three at work. Check out what three at work looks like. Three at work looks like this. You know when I go pretty good and pretty slow is that when I have questions, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I was just uploading stuff from previous How is everybody? Um, I'm usually more in tune when others come up and ask me questions, or if they know something about numerology, I can show you my term. I don't know why it's very upsetting that I can't do any of these backgrounds. So what I'm thinking is trying to, if I can get out of here, I'm not sure where to go. Just give me a second. No, not this, not this. How do you log out? Oh, I think that was it. Okay, here. No. Well, I can just show you, pictures on here. I don't even have to log out, I mean, but I really just don't want to sit here and just show off pictures for no reason at all. I want to talk about um, our link, all our links, right? Otherwise, I can just sit here and pump out some videos and you can just come in and watch them. So I don't have to be here. I'm here for chat. Oh, I like this. Let me just hold on a second. Okay, select all. Okay, and copy, and then go to Suno Radio. And what would you think a good tune would be, a good beat? So we're going to go here. We're going to go song description, lyrics, paste. Okay, I want to just go down to the end. Song description. Okay, let's see what this does. I just put into this machine just to write a song. And hey, how you doing? Wake up to the Greek gods. We ended this before talking about the Greek gods, right? And when you line up with the Greek gods, um, please give me the names for the Greek gods, please. So what you have is one of the is there a fine line to putting harmony on planet Earth? Is there some kind of system that we can set forth to see and break free to where every word we speak is harming another? From the stick and the stone to just leave me alone. Stick is number 62. And stone 39 plus 1, 34. 34 and 39 equals to 73. That is a scaling up of 11 plus 1 equals to 12. There are a lot of relationships in movement in numbers in which I have an easier time to explain it when I see somebody already working with the system. If I see somebody working with a certain system in which they put together because of however the electronics hook up or however the plumbing is, the difference between 62 and 63 to connect is 10 plus 1. 62 plus 11 is 73. So 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. That's a total of 12. But it took 11 to get there. And 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72 is 10 that is in between. So to understand the dynamics of separation within itself, where the meeting point is 5.5, noted to be sky equals to 55 and pass equals to 55. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 is 25 and 10. What is 25? It doesn't mean anything. It's quarters, right? 2 and 5 make things equal. Anything multiplied by 5 will chop it in half when adding the number up to a single digit. 5 times 7, 35. 3.5 is half of 7. In this instance, use them as individual numbers, 3 and 5. And in this instance, I'm going to bequeath the game of backgammon. 5 times 7 equals to 35, right? And that would be backgammon. And I'm going to use backgammon for this because I need to use the two numbers. And I don't want to use no Pythagorean. No Pythagoras or whatever you want to call it inside of this. And I know that we can't go past 6 by 6 equaling to 36. Sorry, not 6 by 6. Hold on a second. We can go to 9 times 6 equals to 5 and 4. We can go 8 times 7 equals to 56. 9 times 9 cannot be done. The maximum we're really allowed to get is 66. So what times what? 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 7 is 63. I need 66. 8 times 8 is 64. So this is where it happens now in these numbers. You might think it's silly, right? But the numbers I'm talking about are here. What does this have to do with what subject? There are so many pieces and parts. Hold on a second. There are so many pieces and parts intertwined in these dice cubes, in games, in numbers, in different ways we can associate. And all I do is I create a lot of small situations. And in that small situation, I can throw the entire alphabet, making it fair to all the words in question, or making it fair to all the numbers in question. Since the highest bequeth, what is 66? Something says contacting, what is this? What's a better mortgage? What's a better mortgage or lease option for getting a house? Oh, what's better, a mortgage or lease option? A mortgage or lease option. Do you know that a lease you can let go, and the mortgage takes you with you down into the ground? So that's just an optimal, the option for optimal. The horse, the better, the more. Or now the thing is about the house right now, and remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, and every answer that I have to give has to be a mathematical understanding, and also as well as how can I say this? Well, anyways, the letter M to start with connects 3 houses. It connects to life, where you join pillars. So that's 2 worlds by driving the house. You become the 5, or the Aries, in between the 1 and 1. The house becomes your love. It takes 1/3, if I'm understanding correct, it takes 1/3 of the salary away, in which what used to be, I think, what, 1/4, in which used to be even like 1/8. You know what I'm saying? So who are we to figure this out? When you start adding in different prices, there's so many things that we're right now in this day and age. You know what a funnel is, right? Well, we're in the funnel system. So whatever it is, all short term right now. That's what the cube says. The cube runs into short term. Did you know that 2008 is a 20810? This year is a 2259. Next year is a 22610. Think about it. All right. When you go on through the doorway, you become a 226 and then a 227. So the 227 is 11. The first time it happened in 10. Will it happen in 11 next time? 2027. When do these cubes end? What do these cubes say? What is it about the alphabet? The alphabet. Has anybody thought about the alphabet? Is there a story in the alphabet? Is there a story in the alphabet? Is anybody interested to see my vision or story that is within the alphabet, that is in a hexahedron? Does anybody know that these are platonic solids? Let's look some stuff up, because let's put some things on paper. I'm going to tell you where I stand for the voice, speaking for the observant from 2 sides. And from both sides, I look at both sides, and one says it's 5, the other says it's 2, and I say, listen, it's 5 and 2. That's what I do. I take both sides in, take a look at both of them, keep them together, and it's 5 and it's 2. That is obvious. What's not obvious, and what is obvious, is there are 6 sides. That's obvious. What is obvious is that you see the one dot in the center. Now, my question is, if it's in the center and this is like this, would you not presume that it's missing something in 4 area spaces? That if you would replace this with something more, with something a little bit different, which perhaps would look like this over here. Perhaps we would see everything a little different. Are you talking about the 613 laws of Moses? Are you talking about where A plus B equals C, where C and C equals F? Is it 136 or is it 68? Or is it 34? Or 1.5 and 2 times the difference? 3 and 4, if you take a look at 3 and 4. Anybody know anything about this? 3 times 3, 9 for the birth. 3 plus 3 for the life. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals to what is? Equals to number, what is, right? What did I say? Boy, I forget. 3, so we got 9 and 6, right? When we turn this around, right, we have 16 and we have 8. 1.5 times the difference, twice the difference, as I just spoke. When you reduce, right, what did I reduce from? We had 6 and 8. Right, it was 6 and 9, and what was it? 6 and 9. The other one was, oh God. Yes, I went down to 3 and 4, and then I went down to 1.5 and 2. So the other one is, hold on a second, 4 times 4, yes, 16 and 8. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this for 3 and 4.5. 3 and 4, this is okay. Now what it is 3 and 4 run the same corridor. Not me. These are the cubes. The story is here, not me. I'm reading to you what this says. Do you believe in these? Do you believe in these? I'm not going to go on with the story. I'm just going to bring out all the stuff. So when you see 9 and 6, it's 3 times 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. 9 and 6, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 8, 4 by 4, 16. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 and 16, 24. 2 and 4, 6. 9 times 6, 54, represents this cube, represents feminine. The difference, 1.5 times the difference, except the difference of 1.5 times the difference, okay, the difference is what is 3 times 5 to equal to the 1.5 to what is the other one is 2 times the difference. I'm just trying to see, it's 2 times 4 to equal to, hold on a second, I want to see what this is. I did something here, 3 times 5, 2 times 4 equals to what is 8, 1.5, okay, 1.5 times 4 equals to 6, 1.5 times 6 equals to 9, what is the other one? 6. Okay, 4 times 2 equals to 8, and 8 times 2 equals to 16. So in the second part, right, this is where I see the Greek gods coming in right here. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4. We end up with 16 and 8 for the 24-hour day. 24 and 15. The difference is 9. That's our birth. The letters that come out here is the letter, here's the 15th letter O, here's X. How about oxen? Here's the 24th letter X, the 15th letter. Here's the H and here's the P. P-H-I, phi. The beginning of phi, 1.61, starts over here. The one that enters into the game is between here and here. The 6 is like the 8, with what is the 9 within the 8 of 6. I'm going to explain this to you a few ways. I should just take you outside and show you. Is 99, 88, 77, 66. The thing about this is once you pass the 60s, it's an addition. Everything ends at the 60s. There's no more. After that, it's the face of everything within the 60s. Where did this come from? Let me show you the simple way if I can find my calculator. This is games. Remember, it's all about games. So what I do here is all relationships to games. And by the way, right, when you're looking at the 1, 6, that is going to equate to a 7 and 8 and reduce itself to a 15. To a 13. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6, 13. It runs the 13 will run with the 8. When the 13 runs with the 8, it's what is okay, so I don't want to lose myself in this. Wow, and I already did. 2, 5, and 8, 15. 6, 5, and 4, 15. 1, 5, and 9, 15. 3, 5, and 7, 15. We have 60 seconds on the clock. After that, the miniature clocks. 1 and 5, 6, 2 and 4, 6. 2 and 6, 3 and 5, 8. 5 and 7, 12, 4 and 8, 12, and 5 and 9, 14, 6 and 8, 14. We're here. Now, it looks like a 7, but this can turn around, so don't be deceived. This is an area space. On the other side, it would say different. Possibly the 9's on the other side. And possibly it's upside down because the calculator is going the other way. It's going down, up. This one's going down, the other one's going up. 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3 join, and that would make 2, 4, 6. If these join the upper level and the 7, 8, 9 join the 7, 8, 9 below, then it would end up to say 5, 7, 9. And this would be 2, 4, 6. If I joined it here, it'll say 2, 8, 5. If I joined it here, it'll say 6, 3, 9. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please ask me. There's just so much. And this is all by design. This is all by design. So when you connect the 60, you don't connect the 60, right? Let me see if I can take a screen, take this and show you. Let me see if I can take this away, right? You don't connect it like that. This is the way you connect the numbers. Whoop, hold on. No, that's not good. Let me see, hold on a second. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So this is the way the numbers. This is the way the numbers connect. That is 15, 15, 15. But don't count this one. Count this one as a 5, 5, 5 connect. Right? So here's your, what is your 15, 15, 15? And that's going to be 45 is what you connected out of the 60. That is going to be 75%. 75 and 25 make 100. But to make up the difference in numbers, you need 3 and 5. We'll connect 3 over to 7, 5 over to 5 creates 1 and 1 to the individuality that it is. Let me show you again. Okay, so let me show you this again. Okay, I took one, okay, and I went all the way to 9. That's 3 fire signs, okay? Now on a dice cube, I'm going to take a 2-second break after, but on a dice cube, see that over here? I'm trying to figure out where it is. See that one, the 1? I think it's the 1, or is it the 6? See the 6? If I'm holding it this way, right? You see the 6? I want to show you something about the 6. When I'm holding the 6, when I'm holding it, and you're looking at the 6, you're looking at these 3 and these 3. This one, because it's the 6, right? That's the Aries sign playing in Leo, right? The Aries sign playing in Leo. See that over here? Well, it also shows up in Leo. The 4 corners and what's beheaded within only becomes part of. And in this scenario, this is where we can connect and create what is our and this is where the Z comes in. So we have the Z as the 26th letter. So when you take that 26th letter for Zeus, for the letter Z, right? We also look at 2 air signs coming to connect. So when the letter Z connects, it's A, B, C connecting. 6. You connect the crisscross line between 3 and 7, 2 air signs, air waves, air pressures, and then you run that Libra balance over to 8 and 9, 17. So we have 17 and 7. We have 1 and 2, and then 3. And then we run 3 through 5, over to 7, and then 7 into 8, 9. Now the difference, there's a difference between 7, 8, and 9. And if you pick up your deck of cards, if you can find your deck of cards, 7, 8, 9. Now I don't have it. Everybody knows what the 6 looks like. We have to watch out for the snake, the jack, and the jungle boy. Orpheus, the jungle boy. Orpheus coming together as the jungle boy. This is us inside that picture frame. See that? See the corner over there? We're inside that frameage. And look who's controlling this place. Look at the control of the planet. 17Q, the teacher. From 4th, when you're talking numbers and you're counting numbers, from the 4th position to the 20th, they all end in TH. That's 420. There's 17 numbers, Q, and it associates to what is A, B, C, D, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. I have to write this down. Hold on a second. Just 1 second. Okay, 1.5, and then we're going to get 3, then we're going to get 6, 12, 24, 48, 96 in the 7th position. Then, and the ace letter is a straddle horse. And then what we're going to get is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and we have 128 in the 7th position, 256, 512, 96, 192, 384. I think the expansion of the longest Hebrew year moon is 384 days, matching up an equivalent to what is 512. When we divide the two into each other, I need my calculator is here. Let me see this. When I divide 384 divided by 512, it equals to 0.75. So that's, let me do that again. 384 divided by 512. Yeah. 384 divided by 512. Now 512 divided by 384 equals to 1.33. So 512 divided by 384 is equal to 1.333, which is actually, right, this whole equation over here, okay, is actually all equates to this number 4 over here. This whole equation equates to the 4. 4 divided by 3, right? 4 divided by, 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. And now 4 divided by 3 equals to 1.333. So the 3 and 4 run together. They run the same corridor. The 3 and the 4 run the same corridor. So when we were talking about, right, I can use this, but I want to get a little higher, right? When I use this one, that's a little too high. So if I want to bring this one back up over here, right, let me take this off. So what I was doing is I was doing this line here and this line here. Whoop. So I was using these. Whoop. Wow, it won't let me draw. Won't let me draw. I think my drawing thing is off. I have to. No, it's still on. I'm gonna hold on a second. I got to raise this up to here because it won't let me make the back screen. You know what I'm saying? So hold on a second. Can I put it up here and draw up here? Yeah, maybe I could. Is everybody cool with that? So I'm going to draw here and I'm going to draw here. And then over here is the circle. Now what I do is I draw the line this way. Now when I do that, it's 7, 8, and 9, 24, 1, 2, 3, 6. It's 4 times the difference. Is anybody following me with this? Like I'll go slow. I'll show you exactly how the entire numeric system is possibly, I'm going to show you all that I observe. That's what I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to show you all the words that connect. But before I show you the words that connect, right? Before I say anything at all, right? It's all about everyone out there. It's not me. Nothing, none of this. I'm going to read everybody's comments. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. There's only one thing I wanted in life. I'm going to talk personally now for myself, because I wanted things that were fair and honest. And lo and behold, I couldn't be less than. Yes. So, regardless of all that stuff, when you're blowing things off, you just call it all that stuff. George Carlin used to say, "That stuff? I got enough of that stuff." What do you mean that stuff? What is this? This? I got things to do. You got things to do. All of a sudden, you got things. Everybody's got the same thing to do. Well, abbreviate on that thing. What is that thing? Does it have color? Is it a shape? Is it a size? Is it a person? Where are you going? I mean, for myself, anytime somebody asks me a question, I don't want to answer any questions. I don't want to implicate myself in somebody else's e-world game. This is all one big game in order to have the best organic vibration for our own personal selves, regardless of what anybody says, no matter how much you give. If you don't give to yourself first, at the end, you will have nothing. And the first thing you must give to yourself is, first of all, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. This is a page you're on. But for myself, I will refer to what they told me on the airplane. If the airbag drops, use it first. So this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm doing. My airbag is this. In association with the world around me, how can I associate? I must understand that we're all different. We all make different choices, right? What makes our differences? What creates our harmonic? What was put in the way that made us also indifferent and the same? Because all we need to know, if you're still on this page, is one thing. What is this alphabet about, right? What is the story that it tells? How does the mathematics and games associate to the story that it's going to tell? Is because to each and every one of us, if I hold this up and it's written on here, yellow, everybody's going to look at it and go, it's yellow. What kind of yellow, what they put in here, I don't know. They're going to say this one looks like red, just like these look like X's and all those look like numbers. That looks like a calculator. These are the things we all have in common, nothing to discuss. On this page, it's all about a game and what is the world told me, in my eyes, what I saw the world as. And I look at this dice cube, and it can't be denied, so I only become the speaker and the observant of the things before me. I see a 1 dot, I see a 2 dot, I see a 5 dot. According to the Mayan, the Aztec, when they count dots, they count them as 1. Now, the thing is, did they ever say anything about what level they're on? Are they talking about the one singular dot, or when that dot expanded, when the 1 dot became 2 dots, became 3 dots, and then became, the fire sign came in and spread by 2. Look at that. The fire spread by 2. And then another fire spread by 2, divided by 2. And then inside the 5 area, there's an air sign. We're jumping through the hoop. These are the stories I tell, the undeniable stories of the world inside of game science. Only the game will dictate where everything goes. And the definition that's added on to where I get this information, Mars, 51, 2 air signs. Cardinal fixed, Earth, 52. If you put a period at the end of a sentence and you have a 25-year sentence to life in expression, both fixed signs. When you use this over here, maybe anybody want to play a little Tetris and understand what the pieces are doing? You're connecting 9-8 with 5 with 2-1. Are you connecting 3-6 with 5 with 4-7? So there's a connection this way and there's a connection this way, right? What about connecting 7-8-5 with 2-3? Or connecting 1-4-5 with 6-9? $365 days a year, 0.47 running of the clock to what is the inverse of a non-calculable expression is the same as the number of days in a year. This one is only calculable by a math equation that is in school that'll be X, Y, N, Z, B, W. I don't know what the difference is, but this is the way the equation should go. It's all run off of multidimensional of everything is the same. We have to understand our star pieces, by the way. If we put these two together, we have the letter, Hebrew letter Tav, and maybe we'll put a body on top of it, right? Riding on top of Tav 400. Why the monkeys? The monkey's number 83. The club is number 83. What is 83? See these things here? Representation of number 83. Representation of 11, 22, 33, the master numbers. And we're going to get back, and what I'm hoping for is that others come up and speak to me, talk to me, ask me. I'm only valuable. I'm only valuable. I'm only valuable. There is no value at all unless I can enter another seed onto your plate for you to break open, to fulfill an answer that you've been looking for, so we can justify that there is a science to this creation, and it does come from the truth that has been set before us. Everybody knows that if I look into a university, does anybody know about MC squared? I want to know if anybody knows about MC squared. Here's my rendition of MC squared. MC squared, 10,000, 1,000 times 10,000. Or is MC in Roman numerals? M is 1,000. C is 100. 100 times 100 is 10,000. 10,000, 100 is 11,000. So let's do it this way. Let's do it here. MC squared. I'm going to look at, let's see. Here's M, 1,000. C squared, right? C squared is equal to what is 100 times 100 is 10,000. Now we have 11,000. So now I can look at it this way, or I can look at it this way. M and C is 1,100, right? Let me back this all up. Whoop, I need to undo. Do they have a whiteboard? I want to see if they have a whiteboard. Okay, no, I'm going to do that. Okay, draw to guess. Okay, they keep saying I have a background in my background. That's why they won't let me upload a background. So I don't know what that means. So I'll have to try to figure it out. But we're going to draw on this. Right, we can draw on this. So what was I drawing again? Wow, I looked at so many things. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out what I'm drawing next. Boy, okay, I did those two letters over there. Yes, it was MC squared. Okay, so we're going to do MC squared. So let's do it. Okay, so we have M, 1,000. We have C squared, 100. Now my question is, do I add this to this and then square it? Because it's not MC squared. Is it all squared? Because if it's C squared, then it's 10,000, which equates to they made C 10,000. What is more become less. And one of the things about 3 is that 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. Um, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3. And here, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, the thing about this is I didn't complete this one on this side. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. I'm getting a glass of water. I'm going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to finish this first. I'm going to let in the dog. Come on, guys. Denver? Denver? Where's Denver? Denver? 1 second, I have to find Denver. Denver. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish this off here. So that's the question, my question. So if you're gonna do this as just a regular person, how many people are supposed to understand this? I mean, you can take anybody to the bank with this. You know that, right? Because it makes no sense to me. So this is what I do. MC. Either it's 11, right? Or what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 121. So I'm gonna go like this. MC squared equals to what is 1,000 and then what is 100. And I have 1,100 times 1,100 equals to equals to 121, 1,210,000. Okay, 1,000,000, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very important, this number on this scale. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they separated it with 1. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. 1, 2, check it out. Check it out. 3, 3, 1. This is the only thing that counts here. This is the only thing that fits inside a cube. 6 numbers. The 210, 5, 6, 7. 5 times 6 is 30 times 7 is 210. 5, 6, 7 equals to what is 18. Okay, 18 plus 210 equals 224. Half of it is what is 112. Half of it is what is 56. Half of it is what is 28. Okay, so it's talking about the moon. It's talking about the moon. When you add up 1 through 20, it equals to 210. When you add up 1 through 15, it equals to 120. So I'm going to get back to, I'm going to explain all this. Let me finish with that. So this 1111, also Saturn square in cribbage. Why cribbage? Cribbage is a game. It's 120 plus 1 to move. And guess what? You can't end a game with a 1 move. All these rules and regulations in games dictate on how I make my maneuvers. I'm not going to judge it. Rules, regulations, diplomas, whatever is made it and is a patent somewhere, I look into the patent, and if it was made to its perfection for why it's made that way, what did these fine minds bring together other than the games? And I'm not going to mention games. It's all about games. What is righteous unto each one of us? Every letter in the alphabet upon its own. Anyways, I'm not going to use that word. So first answer is 121. Now to further this answer, it has 4 zeros. Let me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. I don't like the way I wrote it. Yeah, and for those who are doing, I'd like to do a shout out for myself. You know, I need to do a shout out for myself for this month and every month. Books, pens, papers, fixing computers, data downloads, et cetera, et cetera. I won't tell you what it is after 20 years, right? Everybody knows. And these its and bits and little pieces that I pick up, it all adds up. So if there's a link in my description. Desperately calling Susan. Yeah, desperately calling Susan. I go through about 4 of these a month. I go through about 14 of these a month, usually about 10, right? But I don't like to say it like that, but whatever it is. So we have the number 1210000, because the end result of this, right, of this story, it tells me like this: whatever you have in your hand today, tomorrow you may not have. Well, we all know on the departing day that equates. Number 2, the system is in transition in my game. And through this transition, what you have today, it's a karmic world. It knows exactly what went on. And everybody's going to start off at there's going to be an equilibrium to bring everybody back to a norm, to a standard way of living. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be able to have a garden in your backyard without having to get a permit. You're going to still go for your driver's test because everybody has to understand how everybody drives in the area. We have to learn each other. It's not going to take 25 years, bureaucrats, to try and build a walkway in the park in Toronto, like I've seen years. We're not going to have anybody. You make a promise, you don't keep the promise, out you go. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. You know, they said they're going to bring in this credit system, right? Well, we're bringing it in for those who are, the only ones we need to put a credit system in is those who are running the show. You know what I'm saying? They're 1, 2, 3, gone. 4 strike, 3 strikes, you're out. 4 balls, you stay in another session, right? So we went into the Greek gods. So this is what I want to come back to. I want to talk about the Greek gods. Oh yes, I'm not finished with this, sorry. So we're going to go 1, 1, then we're going to go 2, 1 and 2 and 4 and 8 and 16 and 32. I don't like the way I did this. Let me do this again. 1 and 2 and 4, 8 and 16 and 32, 64 and 128 and 256. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only used 7. So that means I end at 64. If you want to see what this looks like, and I took all my pictures off my phone, put in my computer. It's so hard to just, okay, whatever. That's what it looks like. It could be, and it probably is an equation that creates a back door M equals X, Y equals Z, 7 minus 2 plus 8 equals to X, Y, Z. Did that make any sense to anybody? Well, guess what? When I went to school, didn't make any sense either. I asked the teacher, why N, why M, why this, why that? Today I know. But guess what? What they use 20 different equations to get to, I just go the back door and do it this way. This is what is noted to be all zeros. See the way it says like 7x, and it's sitting on a platform that if I turn it this way, that if I turn it this way, it'll look like 9. But if I turn it this way, it will look like 11. I still want to talk about the Greek gods, right? So I just want to show you something. It would look like 911, right? Oh, hold on. So let me finish this. So we did this. We ended up with cribbage. And the thing about cribbage is it's 5 points, 15 and 5, 15 and 5 in cribbage. Cribbage is 15 and 5. Which is OE. And it's 1 point for a go. 1 point. And then there's when you match up cards, you match and it becomes 2 points. When you get 3 in a row, a sequence, it could be up to 5 cards, the sequence. It's 4 cards plus the turnover. Now, if it's a turnover card, perhaps it's an apple. And then now we're going to look at, guess what? Apple pie. Right? Apple pie, 3.1415. Right? Split the apple up. So we get this answer here. So we understand what cribbage is. The O and E that I explained is the 5th letter and the 15th letter. They're 3 times 5 equals to 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6. This is where the vibration comes within 4, 3, 2. Now, like I said, if you're not here to stand with me and we can congest together, right? So when we had OE, the O part is 1 and 5 is 6. Now we have E and O equaling to 5 and 6. This is where we end up into the game, the 5, 6, the E world entering into the game under the nomination of the understanding of the letter F. It is E5, F6 minus 5 equals A1. Do you know what happens when we take the alphabet and we shift it? We have the Toltec and the Hab calendar. Now I take the 2 calendars and I shift it. And you know what I have? I have A6 and Z31. 360 degrees is what I'm working with. So I take 260 into 360. So when we do that equation, now where's my calculator? I'm not moving and things are moving. Oh, it's up here. 360 divided by 260 equals to 360, okay, divided by 260 equals to 1.3846153, 11, 21, 22, 27. Okay, check. Now check this out. If I think. You know why it's the same number? Because it's an equivalent of what is 13. It's a division of 13 on the scaling of the calendar of the Toltec and the Hab, the divisions of 20. This over here is your binary. See the way it interlocks and what happens? It creates. I don't know what the final thing is. Is this where G and G come in over here and they intertwine at the heart in the 5th position? The 7th letter intertwines in the 5th position, bringing 2 10 houses together. You bring the 2 10 houses together, they join. And I can take this and I can turn it this way. I mean, I can turn it, right? I don't have to do it this way, right? You see this over here? right? Right, you see this over here? Right, you see where I just did? You just saw that, right? See it? You see it's here? Hold on a second. Let me just take this off. Okay, hold on. So, yeah, there's just so many things you can do. Yes, so hold on a second. Wow, it's not working this low. I need to raise it. I need to raise it. I need to raise it. So what happens is, wow, it's not letting me do it. Okay. Okay, so I have to do it here. Wow, they won't let me do it. Okay, so I go 1 to 2 over to 4, 4 over to 8, 8. Wow, let me just fix this. So this is the way it runs. Whoop. So this is the way it runs. Okay. It's 1 over to, it's 1. Wow. God. So fucking hard to work. Okay, okay, just give me a second. Okay, maybe this will help. Maybe this. No, that's not high enough. I need to raise it even higher. Wow, I am so like out to lunch. Okay, let's look at this. So we run from here to here. So we did the let me take off the MC squared button for a second. The other thing about the MC squared, right, is if I did it by 11,000. Now I didn't finish this, but I want to show you this. Is what this is that's the setup. The reverse setup, okay, is when it goes like this. And that's the connection. So over here on the left side, right, just give me a second. Over here on the left side, no matter what number you divide by 7, if it's 5, right, that number is going to equal to 71714, I think, 142857. 142857. 714285. $7142857. Now, because when you divide it by 7, it equals 142857. Whoop. So it's divided by 5, it equals to 142857. Now, if you multiply it by 6, right, it's going to equal to 857142. Multiply by 6. 857, and now, so now you're going to divide it by 6 equals, right? Now you multiply it by 3, it'll equal to 428571. Multiply by 3, and if you notice, 6, 14, 26, 27. There's only 6 numbers, and they all add up to 27. There is no 3, 6, and 9. Disregard this. This brought things to another level because the next number after here, after the 1 is a 4. 142857. 142857. These are the numbers. So when this switches over here, right, forget it. Forget it. You know what's next? The uncalculable numbers. You want to see them? Here they are. Those are the uncalculables, and then you flip it upside down, it becomes the same thing. But you follow what I'm saying? These are the ways I manipulate the numbers to make them harmonic within their own. And at the same time, no matter what I do, this number is always 15. This is always 15. This is always 15. This is always 15. The thing is, between this way, check this other thing out. No, we're going to do it after. I'll talk more about this. I need my 2-minute break. I got to stop. because it never ends. It just keeps going on. But so we just had one thing that I will finalize on. So we did that binary. I showed you that Einstein binary. It's related to Saturn square, and Einstein is related to the whole system anyways, even right into the name, you know. He's part of the electronic system. EIN 2828 ST 39 7 by 4 7 plus 4. He's part of the God system. The other thing I was going to mention was the 142857. No, this earlier on, I'm going to come back and explain what this was. This is where the Trinity meet. This is where the 3 meets the 4, 1.5 and 2. 2 plus 1.5. 2 plus 1.5, 5 minus 1.5. Mars is that 1.5. 2 is Venus. The ace letter is split. Back to back to back for your own security. The triad. But it's not a 3, it's a 4. But it's a 4-3. Why? Because all the sides are 3. And you put them all together. Do you follow what I'm saying? There's a floor. You can put a direct floor together. And you can spin these things around each other. One's here. You see these here? Pretend these are the tetrahedrons. They can spin around each other. All the points. They fold. Look at that. They become less than because of the angle, the 120-degree angle. My question is, what is my sharpening angle of this pencil? I know the 45-degree angle would be this way. So it's definitely not a 45-degree angle. What would you say that angle was on my sharpened pencil? Would I be at 1 o'clock? Would you say it's 10:10? And by the way, those clocks you see online, those famous watches, they're not 10:10. They're 9:09, by the way. I've looked at a lot of them. They're all 9:09. They never reach 10. And after you pass the 10th hour, it passes the 10th number. They're 9:09. So the binary, yes, here's the binary I wanted to show you. When you get to this number, then to this number is over here. 8 and 4 go together. 1 and 32 go together. 33 brings together the constellations between 8 and 4. 1/3 of 12, 2/3 of 12. Then on the lower house, it becomes 96 and 264, something with computers. And the 264 is also equating to what is the 64, but it's twice. The 256 is what is 16 by 16, 256. So I don't need this anymore. I know it exists here. Just like the 8 by 8 exists here. Just like the 16 over here is this, let's hold on a second. The 128, how many 16s go in this? 8. The maximum you can get is 8. Therefore, this is a duplication of this. This is in the 6th position. It reverts to the 1 position because everything flips over. When you look at this, you're actually going to be adding up this one over here in the 5th row. 16, 48, 16. This one is 48. 4, 5, 6, 48, and 64 is 120, 48 and 64 is 112. 112, 56, 56 is 2, 4 moons. It's exactly 4 moons. Now, when you revert back to this, again, this is 2 times it's counting it. The 2 moons of Mars, the 1 moon of Earth. You want to count it twice? Forget about this. What is this? This is 3, 7, 15. Leave 15 into the O house, which is everything. Now count only from here. 16 and 64 is 80. 80 plus 64 is 144. Isn't that what we're looking for? 144 and 15 is 159. AE and I aligning the 3 fire signs. MC squared. So I'm going to take a look at those messages, then take a few minute break. Thank you, Vienna. I saw your likes and butterflies. Thank you for sharing the live. I do a little bit of art. I'm not sure if you're still here, I can't read your name. It looks backwards. Um, I do a lot of little teeny weeny pieces, and from the small pieces, sometimes, whoop, let me just do this. Oh, another thing is, has anybody seen this? Or have you ever seen this? 4, 5, and 6, or 9, 10, 11? Ask me about it. This one at the top is the Fed, because it's the 4, 5, and 6. It's part of Saturn Square. V1, 1V, 4, 5, and 6. And this one over here below, check this out. Let me show you one more piece. Let me show you one more. Yeah, ask me to show you the art of 9/11. Hold on. Let me see art of 9/11. Art of 9/11. And remember, every number is a word and a character and has a value. You know that 9, 11 together equals to what is 105? The hand of God. What is 2 times 21? Communication to what is 3 times 21? Right? We need the 2 in order to reach the quadra. 4 and 3 coming together. It's 2, 2. It's a cross. The 3 runs through. The I, 9. You sent the request. I'm going to take a look. Okay, ABC, hold on. I just missed a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't see the request. Hold on. Let me look through this here. Okay, Rainchild, I'm going to bring you up. Yes, yes, yes. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6th inning stretch. So what happened in that? Remind me. Let me mark that down for when I come back. Okay, we've got the 7th inning stretch. Okay, we're going to bring that up. We're going to do the okay, yeah, okay. So let me look at this. I'm writing all this stuff down that's here and after the break. Okay, 336. Okay, we'll talk about that. Okay, we'll look at that. 24-hour clock, 336, okay. 963, 369, okay. Yeah, we can talk about that. We can move it, make a transfer if you want with that. And I want to also explain how the 3 and 4 match up. 3 versus 4 on the scale. I'm just going to see 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 12, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. That number always freaked me out, that combination, 12, 15, which is really the beginning. The first cycle of 3, 4 is 3, 4. But this last cycle of 3, 4 becomes 3, 7. And this is where gamma or Gimel and the C letter and the air signs come into effect. One is in the mutable and the other one is in a cardinal. And the numbers express all association. So 3 and 36 hours, okay. Yes, and I was working on 80 hours yesterday. I had to explain the 80 hours. 80 hours. Okay, 27.77 days. Okay, yes. That's the day I was born, on the 277th day. Okay, yes. Yes, everything is wrong. I know all the numbers are wrong. I don't have the same numbers because my number, okay, everything repeats. Okay, if you want to start from leaving the pinball machine and plugging in, right? 6 is not even an answer. It's less than 6. But even working on 6, it's 4.5 times 6 is 27. Therefore, the linking day is between 27 and 28. 4 by 6 equals to 24. 3 by 8 equals to 24. Anyways, I'm not going to work on this now. All I do is I try to find how everything works together within the house. Yeah, we can use that, right? So if you have snake eyes and then you have a coal and diamonds. Well, right now, I just want to tell you something. Because I'm like 99 or maybe 110% sure that in order for all these stories to say anything for anybody to listen to it, right? And for them, these dice cubes and all this to work out, I know at 10,000%, we live in a place that's been pre-created. It's almost like we are the characters in Tron. Okay, and I ain't kidding. It's almost like we're in a plasma TV right now in a video game. You think you're 6 foot tall? Yeah, you're 6 foot tall, but you're no bigger than a pebble. You know what I'm saying? The area of space you occupy. But we're anyways, numerology, mathematical problems. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let me exit, quit game drawing. No, I don't want to quit. Okay, now I need to study my screen for a second to see. Hold on, first of all. This is disgusting. I can't close my screen. And they're still telling me, hold on a second, enhance. I want to know why they're telling me. Okay, what is this? Okay, I don't want any of this. I'm trying to, I have a problem here on my screen. Just give me a second. Oh, very good. Just give me 1 second. Settings, guest, drawing, wallpaper, AI wallpaper. Get started, switch. Okay, this. I just have to do this for 1 second. Okay, they're giving me a wallpaper. I don't know why, just for the fun. See if this will work. Whoa, look at that. So the only reason I put this in is to see if I can switch. So what I did is I asked AI to give me the 2 moons of Mars. Okay, thoughts, voice, very good. So I asked them for the 2 moons of Mars. I said dog and cat, 2 moons of Mars, and that's all I said. And this is what they showed me. And you can see down on the bottom, down on the bottom here, right? You can see almost something that's traveling through the Bering Sea. So I don't know what this is. I'm going to see if I can take this off now. Wow, how do I take that off? Wow, it won't let me take off my background. This is crazy. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring you up, Rain Child. I'm going on break, but I need to switch my background. Hold on a second. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to be taking my 5 minute break. It's funny, every time I go on break, somebody comes. Very good. Yeah, just give me a minute to see if I can take this off in the background. Wow, I'm stuck.
Of course, go ahead.
Yeah, do you know how to take this off in the background?
And honestly, this is my third time doing a live, so I do not.
Okay, just give me a second to get this thing off, whatever it is.
Okay.
How do you do it? Wow, I'm not happy. How do I do it? Wow, I quit. Okay, I quit that. Now I go to guests. Now I come to this, okay, and this. Oh God, would you like to be bigger or you're good at that size?
I'm good. That's fine.
Okay, now I want to go on break. So do you want to say anything before or
So mainly I was sitting here playing around with the shapes of the letters, and I was using the little number thing that you're using on your calculator and designing the shapes of the number letters into that. And that's pretty much my questions is what I was going to ask about those. But that can wait until after you get back from your break.
yeah, okay, so yeah, okay, there's so many things because I have questions about that myself. And when I draw out letters, I will draw it out according to the squares. So we'll create a scenario and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But right now, I'm just gonna see if I can put something in my background. They're not letting me use a background. They're not letting me put up a background. They will not let me put up a background at all. So I'm gonna just put up this background in the front. It's 320 by right now, 1520. Okay, very good. We're at the heart of the cube. I don't know what all these things mean. You see, these are the things I like to discuss. I know where we are right now within the cube. The 1520 is what is 3 o'clock and 20 minutes equals to 60, also equals to 23, which is the extension of the A through W, A and W. That's where everything gets reduced from. After that, everything separates after 23. And there's a chain link between 14 and 23. I'm going to explain it real quick. 360 degrees, right? In between there, between 14 and 23 is the heart. That's it for now. So now I'm going to take the break. I'm going to put this up here, this little thing here maybe. If you want to see, this is my apartment, right? You've seen it before. Okay, I'm going to take it. I just got it. I need like 5 minutes. Wow, there's a fly in the house. Now there's a dead fly in the house. Whoop, maybe I shouldn't have said that, right? Whoop. Yeah, I'm gonna mix up. I have some lemonade if you want. I think you're still in the house. Yeah, you want some lemonade?
No, it's okay, thanks.
You sure?
Yes, I
Oh,
wanted
no,
ice cap.
I'm talking pure lemonade. I'm talking pure lemonade.
Well, I have an ice cap now.
You don't want to have just a couple of ounces?
Sure.
Just like 2 ounces. I know it. I know it's
2 ounces.
2 ounces. Whoa.
That's pretty much 2 ounces.
Okay, there's it. My glass is on the table.
Boy, and you're making good use of those lemons.
Hey, I'm not. It's not stopping. I'm busy as a pie. Hold on.
I didn't know that pies are busy.
Yeah, pies are in threes. You know one thing about Trinity?
that pie.
Everybody wants to deny Trinity. What do you think about Trinity?
It's good and stable.
Is it real?
Yes.
What do you think about it? Why are people denying Trinity? Why do they say there's not 3 gods?
No, it's not 3 gods. It's 3 in 1.
Right. See, you got it. And you know where that comes from?
What?
Back to the future. The flux capacitor.
Oh my gosh, a flux capacitor.
Yes, it connects because listen, and when you have 3, it's not 3. Everybody keeps forgetting the floor, the way out. So
Yes.
it's 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1.
Aha. So, I'm gonna go out. My friend is back there.
Okay, and you said 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8. That's 54 divided by 55. And that's Harry, magician. Okay, go. Okay, I'll come down after for a little bit, okay? Uh, yeah, I'm just getting a little lemonade here. How's everybody doing? Alexa, can you play any music without any sounds? Amazon, can you play something from the Doors?
Amazon Music is streaming on another device. With the family plan, you would have to 5 family members can stream up to 6 devices at the same time.
Okay, be quiet. Amazon, be quiet. Can you play me the Doors? Okay. So I'm just on a 2-minute break here. 2-minute break. This is amazing. Would you like to know what I did for this lemonade? I took a whole lemon, took off the outside peel except for a little piece. I put it into that machine that grinded it up. I grinded everything up. Then I just took a strainer and just took it all out and put it in the last one I put in honey, but this one I put in maple syrup.
I like doing that. I take oranges and I do something similar. And then if you add a little bit of raspberry to it, oh my God, it's absolutely delicious. Like, it's one of my top favorite drinks to drink.
The thing nowadays is that this is gone from our story. I'm going to tell you about that. What I mean is, I hate to come down into reality and say, you know what, and be frank with everybody, that apparently I saw in the news there's a conspiracy going on that there's all kinds of chemicals in our food. I don't believe it. And there's a conspiracy going on. Now, wait a second. It ain't true. The tic-tac-toe in the sky is everybody wants to play the game with me.
I think there's a little bit of truth out there, but I think a lot of lies
Are you
cover
kidding?
a lot of
They're
it.
getting everything done. Every 4 years, they're going to tell you, we're going to get it done. We're going to get
Oh,
it
yeah.
done. It's well
No.
done by now. But you know what? In the community we live in, listen to this. You've heard of the word vampire, right?
Yes.
You know that nothing ever gets done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, everything is raw. Everything is blood, bloody. It's a vampire world where nothing ever gets done. Everything is rare. And they're succulating on everything they can get out of you until you're well done.
Yes. I actually imagine it as a giant like pond, and then imagine like little lines coming out of the pond that's hooked to us, and they're just like sucking the energy out of everything through those little lines.
Yeah, and even if when you look into all these towns, I don't care where you go. I've been to a lot of places. I used to drive semi-trailers. And it doesn't matter where you go, it's a swamp everywhere. There are over 600,000 bridges connecting all the islands in North America. And if you do the calculation under the superficie, we would basically be underwater.
Yeah. I actually heard somebody say one time that every state in the United States, in order to like pass the states, you have to cross some sort of bridge. So if you think about it, each state is designed as like a small island connected by bridges.
Over tons of, yes. So besides that, I mean, I talk about a little bit, not really what the channel is, but it is because I take all my information by what's out there. That's why I'm mentioning it. Bridging things together, everything, the whole complete system. There's nothing really that I can stop somebody in a conversation. I say if they're there, I have to put up with it because I know there's something I'm going to hear. Even to the, you know,
Yes.
anyways, I'm taking my 2-minute break now. Do you want to hear a song? You've seen the apartment, you've seen some of the art. If there was a flash picture that I can show that would play a movie on everything, or if you want to take just a look at this, whoa. So that's basically when you walk into my place. I'm looking right now to raise some funds. I'm also looking for somebody to curate me with all my work, the stories that go along. I want to create an Excel system that where everybody that can have absolutely free the system right? All they'd have to have is the key, hook it up that we can all talk together. And I put every algorithm that I know that is on this planet that once you put the numbers in and the words in, it'll tell you those stories about
Yes,
everything.
I've been trying to go back and take some notes off of some of your stuff on YouTube, but I have a hard time taking very detailed notes like I like to take uh, because I don't always understand where all your knowledge is coming from.
So all you,
I have difficulty sometimes with that, and that's why I like when you're doing these lives and I find you across here because then I get to come in and ask you some of those questions. So then that helps me better understand the notes that I did take, and then I get to get a little bit deeper into it and find a whole new view that I didn't have before, and I find that exciting.
so that's why I'm here. Great. That's exactly what I want to hear because the end result, you know what the end result is? Is that we all understand that when we're making a choice, that nobody interferes with my choice. And the thing is about this, here's two cars, right? You see two cards?
Mm-hmm.
I want this card to end up on this side. I want this card here to end up on that side and this on this side. Now check what I'm going to do.
Yep.
So this is an obligation in the house we live. Avoid interference. This is what I want to recalibrate to show because everything is offline, but everything is coming back. They've created different kinds of streets, but it's too late because they're making it worse for what they've done to our streets today. You know the roundabouts and stuff because they're telling us. You see how bad the roundabouts are. Have you ever seen a roundabout?
I do not like driving in a roundabout.
So what it is they've been running the 2121 system, which is a halfway system. I'm going to explain it to you. That when you run 1 over to 2, right? Going from here to here is not made it the complete pass. You both can share this house 1.5 times, but no, they put 2 as the interference. It
Okay.
must be 1 and 3. Right? They went over to this line here. We should only be doing this. Right? But we're going over here. So should the 13th one exist? Yes or no? That's a question, but there's an interference with it. The Mars moons have come in. What was I talking that came to that? I had an answer that was more direct than this.
We were talking about the roundabout.
Okay, yes. So what happens in the roundabout? What happens is they start off here in the round here. You see this one here? This is the roundabout.
Okay.
I go from here, down here to here, and now I exit.
Right, when it should just be straight across.
I come here, I go over here, down to here, and I have to stop. I'm going to explain it a little bit easier. 1 over 2 up 1, 6 and 1, 7. 2 over 1 up 2, 9 and 2, 11. 9, 3 up 2 over 1, 3 and 8, 11. 6 up 1 over 2, 7 and 6, 13. 9 over to 4, 13. 8 over to 1, 9. 7 over to 2, 9. 4 over to 3, 7. 1 over to 6, 7. So I go all around the roundabout, never getting to this element here.
Okay, I see.
The Alpha Omega, the moons of Mars, circulating within the moons of Mars and never achieving association with our moons. It's been interfered with and dropped into 2 more houses.
So they disrupted the connection.
Yeah, they changed over something that I don't know what it is exactly, but it shows up perfectly. And I think it's on purpose. Okay. And they
Well, it
call
makes
this.
sense for it to be on purpose with everything else that's been going on politically and religiously in the world. It would make sense for them to purposely do it that way to cause the corruption.
It's to teach us because we don't know the value of the passing of life, right? And because we don't know anymore, and we're fighting for this and that. Everybody, look at the world. Doesn't everything seem normal?
No.
No, okay, no, but in a way, like what my friends think that. Well, they're fighting. It's a political reason. They're trying to take over, and this is why they're fighting. Everybody's got a reason why they're fighting.
Yes.
there's-
I'm an odd person with my perspective of it. Like a lot of people see the world as normal. Like my husband, he sees the clouds and the sky phenomenons as completely normal. I'm like, no, this is different from when we were a kid. There's something wrong.
Oh, even the
The deep
sky, even when the
perspective of
sky
it
is
is just,
blue, sorry,
go ahead.
even when the sky is blue, for me, um, it's not right. It's still not right because according to
Mhm.
numbers, we're supposed to be living in more of a purplish sky and not this
Ooh.
color.
I haven't done the math of what color sky we've done. I didn't.
Well, it's not the
That'd be
math. It's
interesting.
just the knowledge of your words. Hot and cold. Do you know it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in hot and cold, it's red and blue creates purple.
It does.
It's 43 and 34, 77 creates an energy. Therefore, if we're living in the energy has to be there. We have to see it. If we're living in the dome, they're not letting us see beyond the dome.
Okay.
And the spectacular of everything is beyond the dome. I don't think we can live outside the dome,
Okay.
not in
Now,
these
is it just
suits.
my perception of the sun is it's more of a yellow than a red? Would that not change the color outcome of it a little bit?
Oh, there's a bunch of different colors that I see. I think there's more than one sun. I think the sun in the sky, you see, listen to the words, I think. But because
Mm.
of what I understand, what they call these sun cubes, right?
Okay.
Each one ends in 19, which means there's a moon inside each one of them, because 19 reflects inside the moon. Um, is that these power up the sun, that the sun is just a disk and it's receiving its power from from this planet, from the movement of the oceans controlled by the moon.
Okay. Now, I know of a theory that they have on the flat Earth theory that there should be more than one sun based off of the flat Earth and the size of what we estimate the Earth to be on a flat plane.
So
And
what?
that would kind of go along with what you're saying, right?
So here, pass the baton. So this is happening as the sun comes up in the day and comes to this part of the day. It hits here where the sun resides and turns off, and this one comes in and it ends the day.
Oh, okay.
This one starts the day. It gets really strong at lunchtime. This one shuts off, and then this one goes on to finish the day. And then this one comes up and this one goes down. You can't have overheating.
Okay.
So this is what these cubes have expressed that expression to me,
Okay.
and also the Monopoly game. So yeah, I'm going to take that break now because,
Okay.
yeah, this game here. Okay, this game here is a big story inside this game. Imagine community chest and chance CCC, and look right across, right in this area over here. Right? Look what it's pointing to. Go to jail and jail.
It
It's
is.
stopping you. So put the pitcher at the mound, cut off this, we're going to get to the plate. But when I don't know if you can see this, right? If I put my
Mm-hmm.
pencil across here, right, that
Yeah.
doesn't make home plate. But if I take my pencil and cut it off here, I can create home plate. Do you know why?
Hmm.
Home plate has an extra line in it here. Home plate will go here, here, cut off those sides, and then you get, isn't this the way home plate runs? Something like that?
Yeah.
It's like that. So this is the way I see it. Every corner, okay, has to own the side because it has to own, in fact, two properties because of that angle. Otherwise, it must run its angle up this way. Now I have to have that question spoken about. Now, when you run it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you run it this way, because it's square, it has to be a 2x2. Because it's rectangular, it has to be a minimum of 1x2. Although it's an alternative reality number, I'm just using that as a basis. When you do this, it takes 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. 22, 22, 22, 88, 88, 0, 22, Trump inauguration into office on 5/11. You know what 5/11 is? It's the 310th day. It's just like saying 13 or 103 or saying like more or less, I am the king. Yeah, so I'm taking that 5 minutes.
All right. I'll see you
Yeah,
soon.
and yeah, and any questions you have, mark it down, write it down. This is not about me. This is about let's show the world that first of all, the one thing is it doesn't matter if it's round, it doesn't matter if it's flat. I think the thing that to really the people to wake everybody up is to show them that we are living in a house that was pre-created. We have the mathematical equations that explain the stories in the alphabet, in the Bible, all these stories, right? So once they start to see like the hard concrete stuff, like this, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. That's concrete. And now the story, Abba. If it's only 1 and 2, right? Because I came up with an equation before, and the equation was like this, right? The equation was like this. There is no 3. There is no 3. It's 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's 1 1 1 1 1 1. But the distance in between creates what is 1 2, creating 1 and 3 1 and 3 1 and 3. But we count it as 1 2. When I put this stick over, right? 1 2 1 2 1 2 is 6. We go 1 2 comes up here. 1 2 comes up here, and this one becomes 3 from 2 2. And this is where 4 and 6 come in, where 1.5 times the difference equates to 6. I think that was a little fast, that I said that. The-
Sorry, kid's not here asking me a question.
oh yeah, did I say that a little fast?
A little bit.
Alexa, close.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Just give me 1 second here. Alexa, close.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, please shut down. Wow, that lemonade is incredible. Anyways, I'll explain that after. I'll go slower. It's just that when I need a break, I rush and I don't pay attention. So,
Oh, it's understandable. I get the same way whenever I'm excited about a subject and I finally got somebody that's interested in what I'm talking about. I just rattle on and on and on and on and on, and eventually I'm like, look, I gotta stop.
yeah, if I can get into a TED talk with 1,000 people, I would be like probably very nervous. But I got this pretty much down pat. I got a lot of confidence in ABC 1 2 3. I don't think I can make. But the thing is I scribe. What that means is, I see other stories, different stories, and different associations over time, different ways to share it as I learn.
Right.
All I know
Yeah,
is my
I do
toe.
something similar with a lot of different knowledges and stuff like that, especially with like the Bible and stuff, but I haven't been able to associate it with numbers quite just yet. So it's definitely interesting to come on here and listen to somebody that does it with numbers and how they connect the world in a unique way with the numbers.
So do you know anything about the Bible?
I've only been studying the Bible for about a year and a half now.
Okay.
I've got a group that I get on with, and we just break down different things that we've understood about the Bible. We'll go passage by passage and word by word and break it down of different understandings. We have one, he does timeline understanding. So like his focus is the different timelines throughout the Bible. Another person, their focus is the different languages of the Bibles. And then another person in the group, their perspective and seeing how many different ways a verse can be perceived.
So, okay, so is there anything in your timeline and the numbers? Because I wouldn't mind looking at that. It'd be interesting.
I will ask him for some of his work then. He would
No,
definitely be
no, I
interested
mean,
in
like
being
right
able to
now,
talk to
do you have,
somebody.
yeah, no, I'm asking you right now, do you have
Um,
any,
I do not currently. I just recently moved, so a lot of that's still packed up. So I currently do not have anything that I can just grab and look through.
Okay, so no, but is there any? You must know something in the Bible for sure, right?
So what I've noticed is in Genesis, whenever they're talking the creation story of, I think it's like Genesis 1 through 20, I think. Um, the first two chapters of Genesis, it's two different versions of the creation story, and there's one version that talks about God in a singular way, and then the second version of it, when it's talking about the creation story again in chapter 2, is talking about it in Lord, which is a different perspective of the creation story. And then one version of it, it gives you that God used water to create life. And then in the second version of chapter 2, it says that the Lord used earth to create life. So there's two different elements that were used to create life on the planet of earth.
Okay,
And then, okay.
so that's exactly what I just wanted to know. Water. Oh, I did water again. So fire and air. Well, here's something for the Bible. Okay, check this out. Can you say this word?
Crucifix.
Have you ever seen that word before?
Um, I mean, yeah, I think everybody has at some point.
What do you think about it now?
It looks like a pattern.
Three. It's only the numbers 3, 9, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing?
That is.
So,
And oh, go ahead.
oh no, it's okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I've been doing study in numerology because of the Book of Enoch. So for the last year, I've picked up numerology some, and I've noticed in my study of numerology that the 3, 6, and 9 hold a similar energy, and then the 1, 4, and 7 hold a similar energy, and then the what was it? I think it was 3, 5, and something like that holds a similar energy. But I started noticing 3 direct lines of energy through the numerology. And you could easily see them through the 3, 6, and 9 more easily than you could some of the other numbers. Yeah, like that. And each column of that is a direct line of personality that you can see in numerology, is what I started noticing recently. And each of those columns hold same elemental aspects of each other.
Whoop. 7, 8, and 9. 8, 7, and 9. It didn't matter if it's in the order. Whoop. That's not the one I wanted to do. Okay, so it's that I didn't do 2, 5, and 8. 2, 5, and 8 equals to 15 equals to 80. This is something very important. This 80 number. It's the description of what is 4 times 20. Have you ever seen this number before?
Yes.
Have you ever looked at it this way?
No.
Well, this is the way I go. You have A1 gold. You have B2 silver. Oh my God. B2 silver. It's a company stock.
Wow.
Yeah. So then you have C3 bronze. Okay. After and in this with silver, okay, you're gonna have something that comes in there and it's gonna go ND. You know why?
No.
Because it's gonna be second. Here you're gonna have ST because it's gonna be first. And over here you're gonna have
Or D
three,
because it's third.
right? But then you're gonna have R3D2.
By D2.
Yeah, you need R3D2.
Okay, why do you need R3D2?
And when you get that, you get R2D2.
As in the robot from Star Wars.
Yes. Do you want me to show you? Because,
Yes.
okay, this is the basics of it. Is when you get this here, that's your 2. Okay? When you have this one over here, that's your 1. When you fill up both corners, okay, you create an R both corners, you get your 3, and then you get both your 2s with one that intercepts and communicates. Your R2D2, your R3, and what it is in this is when you have this, it becomes what is 6 by 3 equals to 18R. And where the 18R is when you encompass this area over here will end here, and this one ends here. This is A, B, C, D, and this is D, B, C, A, which is also noted to be, I'm just doing it really small not to use up all the space, right? Which is also noted to be what is A is also I, H, G, F to what is I, H, G, F. But if you looked at the panels this way, when you hooked them up, you wouldn't understand this. So what is this and what is this is it's this, but these are on their own schematic. In which the lower house of this is going to equal to 20, is going to equal to 30, and the upper house is going to equal to 30. In which this one over here, okay, is going to equal to 10, and this one's going to equal to 10. So when you put them together over here, the Christmas sock, you see there's 4 numbers here. It's 4 numbers and 1 number and 4 numbers. Do you follow that schematic?
Okay.
So whatever it was, I mentioned to you the 420, right? And the reason for that is I fool around too much. I got to get serious, is that when you get the 4th, you mentioned TH. When you get the 4th. And it runs all the way to 20th. The TH. And then after that, you come back to the 1st at 21st. And this is where you complete the area 1 through 21. The average is 77 by 3, equaling to 231. So let's go back to Genesis. So that's Gene, right? A 7, this is 7, and this is the 14th letter. The N, right? 1 plus 4 equals to 5. This is the 5th letter, and this is the 5th letter. You want to see something about 7? I'll tell you a little story about 7. Number 1, the ABCD, a reality for me, is when it's replaced by 1, 2, 3, 4. When I add up 1, 2, 3, it equals to 6. When I add on the 4, it equals to 10. That is completion. But therefore, in the completion of what 4 is of 6 is 1.5 times the difference. So what it is ABC 6 is 60%, okay? And the 40% of the 4 added on to the clock we run, 60-40.
So that would be like the percentage of energy that they're putting into the meaning.
It must take 40% energy to run our 60%, where the difference is 20%.
Okay.
So what you get now is you have to communicate within the house. So let me flip it over this way.
When you mean communicate in the house, what does that actually mean?
Well, we need to communicate in this house to be able to send it outside to the other house.
Okay, so you need to communicate with the center.
So I don't know if it's done this way, okay, or if it's done. You see, in 2001, right? This, I didn't do it right. This Center for Communication, okay, was broken. This is 110. The plugin, okay, as 110 focus area space. I'll explain it to you. That when you look at a cube, on the cube, on the 1, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8 position are empty. On the 2 cube, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8 are empty. On the 3 cube, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8 are empty. On the 5 cube, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8 are empty. Each position, if you add it, it's 20 times 5 is 100. But on the 6 cube, 2 and 8 or 4 and 6 show up. 2 and 8 are an earth and water sign, to where 4 and 6 is an earth and water sign. Only one of them can be ignited at one time. This is where we end up what is 5 times 20 plus 10 equals to 110. And when 2030 comes, that's the same number, 20 and 10, because they bring the heart to the system. The new tower split itself right here in between this, shaving the sides off in order to fit. They shave the sides off in order to fit. I can even show you that design because I drew it. I drew it before they finished. So the 110 stories, or how about 111, right? Because they had to get to the roof. That was the 111. So either we're going to look at 111, 111, 222, or 111 by 16 equals 1776. 222 times 8 equals 1776. Equals 1776. The total is 3552. And you want to see something? Check the letters out. Those are the exact letters for that. Now, what is 16 and 8? This is 1, 2, 4, 8, the binary beginning, 16. This is the final side, 8 and 16 coming together for the 24-hour day of the 7th gate. You're going? Okay, sorry I couldn't join you. I said, sorry I couldn't join you. Yeah. Yeah, so do you see what this was? Have you ever seen the towers? I've heard that story.
I'm not sure if it's the correct story.
2001 September.
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, this is the tower story. There's 110. Our plug in our wall is 110. The division of this is 55 and 54. 54 is 9 times 6, right? The word love, the word sun. 4 times 1 and a quarter, 1.25, 555. 5 times 5 times 5 equals 1.25. This 1.25 in what harmonates the system together. That is the difference, like the sponge. 25 is the quarter. When they bring in your body, in football, they call it like the quarterback, the one who controls the ball. That's you. 25 years to life. The sentence that didn't happen. You remember when you're before you're born, right? The 29th day, your mother knows that it didn't make the cycle and the river did not run, but will not run until the child is born.
Okay.
So we get 1.25555, which is, check this out, 555. You know what day that is?
The 15th?
It's the month of May. It's the 5th day. And when you multiply it all, it becomes 125, and it's the 125th day.
Well, you could also break it down to the 5th hour, 5th minute, 5th second, too.
See that number? How about RAM? 512, which is 256s, which is 16 by 16. Abraham's cube, 16 by 16. 2 of them, 512 memory. 51 equates to Mars, 52 equates to Earth. What is 1 and 2? 1 and 2 equals to 3. The reverse is 6 and 5 on a cube. 3 and 11 come together. It's like a 3 and 11, right? Don't reduce the 11, right? Do you know why?
No.
Because before you can arrive anywhere, it's 2, 9, 11. The birth comes in between the 2 moons. The minute you're born, it's an automatic. It connects to 2. So there's no shutting it down. You reduce to 10 because it becomes alive with inside of you, inside of 9. That when you look at the 9 card, you'll see a dot in the center, right? You ever see the 9 card? You see a dot but when you look at the 7 card, the dot's up here.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think of that?
No, I've not
Well,
thought
look,
of it.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. A, B, C rules that on the fourth one, it's a transfer. And then you start again in the ninth becomes the first.
So why does it transfer on the fourth?
A, B, C, D. We start back to the beginning. So it flips over the cube. If I just put the fourth dot over here, we'll do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, okay? I connect, let's say it's like this really, because if it was 120 degrees, it should be like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it's not, I'm just going to run both these games in here. Is that when we connect it, regardless to this fourth area over here, regardless if we're running inside the house, the fourth dot completes 1/2 area from 3 dots, and then we complete 1/2 area with 1 dots. So it's 1 and 3 dots bringing the house together. The system we run is the 3-1-3-1-3-1 system, the cycling of the moon.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And we run the 2P inside the house. You know what the 2P is?
No.
The 2P is like a dreidel. It spins inside the house. I don't know if it creates warp speed. You know when they're talking about warp speed?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're actually talking about the constellations.
Oh,
Do you know where I get this from?
no.
Here's the letter B, right? Here's the letter
Mhm.
E. Here's the letter E. It equals to 12. The reverse alphabet, the total is 81. The reverse alphabet, okay, is 69. So you're looking in rotation of the breath, which comes from the breath of the zodiac. The B letter is when the house gets split, right? When the house gets split, it's the E world to both sides where we come in and we live down here. This is where the I comes in 9. The E and E are both what is 5 and 5, right? So how does this become this? Because this is shared here and it's shared here. It's 4 and 1 5 and 4 and 1 5 to where this one is shared and owning to both houses. It grabs into each house. And when you go back to the Aztec Mayan and look at the Sanskrit, he's showing that he's holding on to both houses while his mouth is open. He has one eye. He's showing the whole thing right in the Sanskrit. The Sanskrit is made up of what's it called, is part of the hexahedron. Why? The hexahedron is an 812, 6 by 2, 6 plus 2, 812, to where the Aztec show us in the deck of cards that when you add up 1 through 13, it equals to 91. The Aztec calendar is made up with what is 7 and 13. Any number divided by 7, right? And I'm going to have to rewrite this all. Any number divided by 7 will equal 142857 in any order. If the number 2 divided by 7 is 285714. 3 divided is 428571. 4 divided is 571428. 6 divided is 714285. And 6 divided is 857142. And I don't need a calculator because if you take a look, they're all the same numbers in a different order. And it shows you that with the 1 over here, it's in the first position. But when 2 is divided by 7, okay, it shows up in the 5th position. And then when 3 is divided by 7, it shows up in the 6th position. And then when 4 is divided by 7, it shows up in the 3rd position. And then when 5 is divided by 7, it shows up in the 2nd position. And then when 6 divides by 7, it shows up in the 4th position. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6. Realignment of the numbers. And each one of these adds up to 27. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. It's absolutely perfect. The system is absolutely freaking perfect. What do you think? So another thing is, do you see this here? And I'm going in the house. I'm going to set up some stuff. And do you know what this is? Roman numeral. This is 9. This is 11. So what's this? This is 11. This is 9. Would you like to really know what it is?
Yes.
I'm going in the house out of the sun. I'd love to sit out here, but I'm uncomfortable unless I sit up like a person. I'm going to go get my tools. All right, for a second, I can stay out here 15, 20 more minutes.
Yes. Can I show you my equation real quick that I was trying to figure out earlier before we get too far into this?
You're up on the big one.
All right. Let me figure out how to bring it up.
Take your time because I'm going outside with my tools.
I'm not sure how to bring up my camera.
Okay, do you want me to tell you how?
Yes.
Okay, let me see where you are. First of all, let me think when I'm doing two things at a time. Oh, you're already up there. I thought I brought you up. Hold on. Yeah,
All
I don't know
right.
why you're not opening. I'm trying to turn on your camera.
How do I switch the screen around? There
Hold
we
on.
go.
That's me. That's you. That's you.
Okay. So earlier
Oh,
I
you want
was
to switch your?
using.
How come your screen is off?
Oh, it shouldn't be.
Ah, there we
There we
go.
go.
Okay, hold
All
on.
right.
I
So
need 30 seconds to get outside with my tools, which is basically my pens, my paper, my coloring stick, my measuring stick, my carpenter's tool. All I want to know is the difference amongst everybody else. That's what helps me understand. I can't do it alone, right?
right.
Okay, to get
Well, I'll be the first one to tell you math is not my strong suit. Like math was definitely not my strongest subject in school. Like I'm teaching myself all of this.
okay, so you're just like me. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. When I got to school, they all thought I was a Freemason because I had a 33 average.
I was good in all other subjects, just math was not my strong suit. Like I preferred art and I liked history and I liked, other subjects and math was just not it.
Yeah, I didn't, you know what? I liked math, but it was too confusing for me. Just trying to hold on a second. How do I switch my camera around? Okay, now you're backwards or something. I don't see
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, because what I'm wanting to show is here. So I just had the
Okay,
phone set down until you got back.
okay, go. Okay, just one second. This is here. This is here. This is here. This is here. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I was using this, right? Sorry, my nails are dirty. I was eating earlier, strawberry cherries earlier, but so I was using this, and I was making the shape of the A, and then I'm using on this the 5 as the center, right? And then I was doing the 3 points of the A first, and then I minused the 5 to come up with this, and then I did the equation to where's that? I added the 5 instead, and then I timesed it also. But I noticed that in any of the math that I wasn't coming up with the one that you would normally with numerology. So my question is would these numbers be like the vibration that's inside the one also?
Okay, first of all, I cannot say what is because I'm not the one who created the dynamics. That would be more in those who are in music and stuff. But what I will tell you is what you did is brilliant because I've done it before. And your first equation, right? Your first
Hmm.
equation, did you look at that? Your 911?
What do you mean?
Well, 2 connect to 7 is 9, 2 connected to 9 is 11.
I did not notice that. I was just using the 3 numbers and then using the 5 as a center point of. I don't know how to really describe it. It felt like the 5 needed to be the center of how
Yes,
the energy
yes,
reacts.
absolutely. 2, 5. You can do 2, 5, and 7. You can do 2, 5, 7, 5, 7, and that would be what I call a deadline design, which means when you run from the point, it depends how you create the size of the image. This is what dictates. If you create where there's a point and you start in the center, then that point I'm going to put a box around it because that's my heart point.
So I was creating it using this here, and this was my center, the
Right,
5.
but well, no, that's not really your center. Let me show you why. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I mean, it is your center. Hold on, it is your center. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but Abraham, Isaac, Hex, Hedron, uh, Levin, 22. Well, I shouldn't have put that here. Earth, Mars, okay, I'm showing you the basics of this. Oh, I forgot this. Okay, I think I got them all. Okay, okay. I wasn't looking at yours for a minute because I was drawing something out. Do you want to go back? I was just writing something down for me. I don't know why I got carried away. And okay, so continue on explaining.
So what my thinking process was is that using the 5 here as the center point of the energy, right, of the letter itself. And then I took from dot to dot to dot on how to make, the A shape, and then determined that I was going to use the 7, the 2, and the 9. And then the 5 would be connecting the 2 together. And then I used the 5 because I was using it as my center point, and I separated the 5 out of the equation and used it as a minus, a plus, and a times. And then broke down these numbers here by themselves, and then broke down minus it, and then broke that down, and then added it. I forgot to break that one down, which would equal the 5. But and then I timesed it, which would equal the 90, which would equal 9. Uh, what I was trying to figure out is would these here be part of the energy of that A, which is the number 1 for numerology? Like, would those energies be in the A itself?
Well, I would presume A, yes, but there's something about the A that I'm going to explain to you that you have to split it in
Okay.
half.
What do you mean split it in half? Like split it?
The A is a okay. First, I'm going to say Charlie horse. It's a horse. It straddles. It straddles. When Moses came in, let's say it straddled over from one ocean. You walk between it, you get onto the other side. Well, the ace is like walking the plank, going in from one spaceship, taking a ride on a spaceship, and getting off somewhere else. Except here, it's all connected in a different way.
So how would I split the A from this then? Like, would I split it that these two bottom numbers are a separate number, or would I split it that
Well,
this
yeah,
top
I
is
would.
separate?
I'm going to have to think about this for a second. I'm just going to
Okay.
show you just this one thing. There's a couple of ways to draw this design, but I'm just going to do it the basic. Is I have a lot of designs I can show you already. This is the A letter.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Okay, it's over here. It's split here. You have the
Okay.
right angle and you have the left angle.
Okay.
When you count on this angle over here, and if you take a look in the deck of cards, the cap on the jack looks like this, right? You have this
Yes.
way and you have this way inside the cap. So When you're counting in dots, you have 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like this,
Right.
and it's not this, and it's not this. This is 2, 4, 6. This is 1, 3, 5. This is 1, 3, 5 A. This is 1, 3, 5 E. This one over here is A, B, C. The reason this is A, B, C is that when we count 1, 2, 3. When you count and here, I'm dividing the area spaces in half by counting in singularity. This is where the queen comes in. Do you know what 92 is?
Mm-mm.
92 is April 1st in a leap year. Do you know what 29 is?
No.
Okay, the 29th day is after the 28th day. The 28th day ends the cycle where the period comes in. You get 25 years to life. Do you want me to repeat it?
Okay.
So when you're on the 29th day of the cycle, the 28th day of the cycle, the menstrual cycle, either you're going to have a child or you start the new cycle on the 29th day. The 29th day, okay, is the first day. And it runs 1,461 days. Do you know where that number comes from?
No.
Okay. It's 360 degrees times 4 is 1440. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. The cube is 21. Or let me do it a different way. There's 365 days in a year. Times 4 years plus 1 equals to 1461.
Wow.
The cube itself is 1458 plus the 3 spindles equals to the same numeric value. You know the hexahedron? Yeah, I should just jump back to your work because I was rude. So I just want to show you. Yeah, this is why I came here to show you this. You have the 3x3 area space. Call it 33. You have the 2x2 area space. Call it 22. Call the larger one 44 with the 22 inside dangling. Call this 11 inside dangling inside of 33. Call this 33 9. Call this 4. Call this 9. What is this? It's this center here broken up with these 4 and these 4. What's this over here? That's 2, 3, 5, 6. Sorry, it's going to be 2, 3, 6, 9. And then on the outside of this is going to be 1, 4, 7, and 8. What is the 1, 4, 7? When you divide any number by 7, the answer is 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8 in any order, always adding up to 27. It's all your divisions of 7. 7 only exists by everybody grabbing the pole in the center. Your heart zone, or what is pi, is your heartbeat when it gets condensed into the trinity, into 2 walls. All you have is a heartbeat left. I created the end of that heartbeat, ends in 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4. 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1. And then after that, it's 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8. When you add them all together, it equals to 27. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. Whoop. 1 times 2 times 4 times 5 times 7 times 8 equals. Okay, I'm not going to get into that answer. It doesn't make a difference, but they all equal to 27. And when you take a look, like I said, the one, I'm just going to talk about number one, okay? The position of number one. The position is number one is first. The position of number one is fifth. The position of number one is sixth. The position of number one is third. And then the next one is 71425. And this one's going to be second. And then the last one is 857142. And now it's going to be fourth. And now I know that this house here, or this house here, and this house here run the same corridor. So this one is A, B, C, this is D, E, F. So we're going to have this one here and this one here. So we have 571428 plus 857142 equals, wow, I somehow got it wrong. Is that possible? What numbers did I use? Yeah, I come up with the same number in the first position.
I believe, let's see, we were doing 27.
Okay, yes. It was the sixth and the fourth equals to 10. So it should equal to 4-2. So something's wrong. Should equal to 4-2. Let me do this again. 857142 plus 575142 equals. Wow, how did I get that answer? It's the 10th position. Hold on a second. Something is not jiving in my head. It
You
is
made
the
it so
right
it would
answer.
double.
What's that?
The comment in the comment section says you made it so it would double is how you got the answer.
Yes, I know it doubled. How did I double it? Wow, so it doubled up. That is amazing. Actually, it went 10 times. That is amazing. You don't know how amazing that is. It went 10 times.
And you were
And
doing
it
the
brought me
equation for 10.
it brought me right here.
So it brought you full circle.
But that makes no I don't get it. I don't know why that does that. Wow, that like freaks me out. Okay, wait a second. Cuz listen, 7, watch. If I divide 6 divided by 7, it equals to 857, okay?
Okay.
Now, when I divide 4 divided by 7 equals to 57. That brings me back to my first one. But when I divide 10 divided by 7, okay, it's the same thing, but it's on the other level at 1.42. Okay, so that's what it just did for me. Because like I said, it should be here. I don't know why. Do you see the decimal here?
Yeah.
See the decimal?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I knew something was wrong. So that's really something I have to look at that. That was really interesting. I didn't notice that it brought it up 10 levels and it moved the one into the other range. I need to move this in the third and fourth range. And that's where this number comes in. But you want to see the best number? Check this out. What do you think the answer to this is?
0. So it's the beginning.
It equals 142857 times 7 equals to 999 because we're the 1 in a million. Nothing passes 6. We live in a perfect universe. I am a toaster out here. It is hot like fire. Must be the fire sign. The ocean's controlled. The ocean. What's going on in the ocean? You know what's happening right now, right? I'm going to tell you what I see.
What do you see?
If I had to speak to a scientist and told them what my thoughts were and ask them what they think, they would tell me I don't know what they would tell me, but I'm going to tell you what I see. Wow, I make up so much games. But first of all, it's not icy, but it's going to get icy. It's going to get really icy and dicey. When you control the temperature too much, forces of nature, right? We're not living on living in a natural, we're living on borrowed space, right? One of the reasons I believe, according to my work, is that out of space. There's no more space, and it's showing off inside all the rentals that have been popping up. We need more space, Airbnb, this and that. So they're shifting the thinking that I'm going to rent. I'm going to get an Airbnb. I'm going to pick up a Uber. So all these extra things, they're trying to find a fine line. I'm not sure exactly with what it is, but to calibrate all these mechanics to run into a digital space, taking up less of the energy that they're dedicated, because they have to pay for the lights in this house. Otherwise, the lights go out and the information comes more to us. So they have no choice but to give us the knowledge. Otherwise, it's going to. So you're following me. Let me just look what's going on over.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're paying. I think 100% they're paying for this with absolute cash. You know that?
Really?
Oh yeah, they're paying with absolute cash. Yeah, you know what they do with the cash on the other side?
What would you do with cash on the other side?
Throw it in the garbage.
So why go through all the effort?
Because it's those on the other side that tell them you're coming here to teach will take care of you. They charge you for everything you do wrong. You have to pay the price. You pay the price and you pay the price. The thing, I believe this in this game, they're trying to move everything out of this game into their own new little world, where it's just really robotics and control. But I already know they can't according to numbers, but it's only my theory based on numbers. You know what I'm saying? Once the door starts closing, no matter what condition it is, it's game over. And the game is going to end by our breath, right? When we all wake up, we're melting ice. You said something before. I said it was icy, right? Or how about dicey? Everything is chopped up. So they have to share all this information. It's we're going through. It's just unbelievable to know. And I'm like all my life I've been demanding this all my life. To where is it ever going to be possible that we're going to be able to breathe, where I don't have to turn around and say, oh my God, I fixed a window without a permit. I saved the old lady when she was walking across the street. I saved her when I jumped in front of you know what I'm saying? And I can't even say these words. And if I hurt her when I go to save her, I'm in the wrong. So this is the world we're living with, that you can't help anymore, that you can't have a garden in the backyard, that everything you need a permit, where everybody is saying black, white, and blue, and I don't want you to say black, and you know what I'm saying? So this is all uncalled for. So we have to go back into Rila. What is Rila? The 180-degree platform, the 90-degree division, the soul that was installed into the house between the 4 and 5 seasons. What is the 5 seasons? On Mars, right? Mars is the window. Mars is the window. There's 4 seasons.
Yes.
Earth, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
We're always holding on to that heart. So in every season, there's an extra element inside of Leo. Leo is at that heart, holding on to Aries, holding on with Sagittarius with every breath you take. I didn't mention to you that we have 6 and. You just repeat what you see, please. What do you see, 6 and?
1.
So when you saw the 1, I saw the 6. When you saw the 6, I saw the 1. So there was a reason I was doing this. Is that for both of us, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are in between. That's going to be 14. So we both got 7. 7 and 14 is the ring that connects us both. And we both spin around the 7. There's 21 dots on this cube. When you see 3, There's 6 missing. When you see 4, there's 5 missing. 4 and 5, 9. 2 and 7, 9. 3 and 6, 9. 5 and 4, 9. 4 and 5, 9. 6 and 3, 9. 3 and 6, 9. 1 and 8, 9. So far, so good.
Okay.
Now check this out. 4 and what 9? 4 plus what equals 9?
Oh, I'm sorry. 4 plus 9 would be,
No, 4 plus 4, no, 9 minus 4 equals
9 minus 4 would be 5.
9 minus 3,
9 minus 3 would be 6.
6 and 5, 11. So you went from the 3, 4, 7 to the 5, 6, 11. So I just want to say something. I don't know if Levick is still out there. Two tetrahedrons can create a cubic tetrahedron because of the angles of the 120 degrees. Yeah, there's two ways to look at it. They're cheating. They got the hexahedron, but the hexahedron really should be what is the tetrahedron coming together. Make two of them is what. So what Levick just said in the comments, or maybe a half an hour ago, is the design I made is more like the tetrahedrons coming together, making the cubetendron, unlike this is the hexahedron, which encompasses the interior of that design, making the L. The 120 degrees goes with the letter 12. The letter is L. That's angle, also representing soul.
So I just thought of something earlier about what you were talking about with number 27, and it reminded me of the blueprint, because on the blueprint, each one of these represents 9 years. And then inside of here represents a 27-year span. But each section of this that's attached to the triangle in here is a 27-year span between here and here. And then these are 9-year spans. And it just reminded me of what you were talking about earlier with the 27. And so I was just, I don't know, my brain started going down a rabbit hole of 27. Which would be 36 is in this square here, which is your power square.
4554 is female. 63 is male. 72 is the house. 81 is Venus. Venus is what is 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 plus 9 is 18. It's absolutely perfect, as so is what is 36. 99 and 36 reflect each other. What is 81 is that if you ran 81 in time, it would be what is 1 minute and 21 seconds will now equate to what is 1111. 11 by 11 is 121 MC squared. So the 27 is the 3 by 6, 3 plus 6 is 18 and 9 equaling to 27. And you create within the 3645 equaling to what is 81. And what is 54 and 36, what is all of the 90s, what is 9, 18, 27, 36 equals to what is 90. I didn't see the 90 there, but
Yeah, on the blueprint, it only goes up to 81. And then after 81, you're supposed to then use the letters left, what's left of your name. For me, it'd be like this. So I'd be like ALISHA. And then I would start with my middle name. So this would be the end of my first name. And then I would start with my middle name. And then after 81, you would restart, and then you would start from the letter you left here, and then you would continue to do this again. So it then go to the next level on a spiral.
right. So what happens is numbers, number 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, all reflect once. And while these numbers are reflecting once, 3 and 6 will reflect. So let me see 1 second. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. So where is 3, 6, 9, 3, 6 to what is 9, 3, 6, 9, 3. Okay, so what I just did, and this is, I don't remember. Oh, yes, no. Okay, yes. So I counted by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. But what I did is I put it on two different levels, meaning I counted 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, which is 5 by 3. And then the other one I did also 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. And what I was doing, I'm just trying to see if I can express this, is that when you count by threes, three will repeat itself. When you count with 10 numbers, three will repeat itself at 3. It'll repeat itself at 12. It'll repeat itself at 21. It'll repeat itself at 30. By creating it the way I did, I'll show you after, it's going to show me of 2 rows instead of 3 rows because you wanted this. I wanted a string. Sorry, the string of numbers. I shouldn't have done it this way. Hold on. 3, 6, 9. This is 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Okay, that's the string. Okay, 9. Okay, and then the 30 is the beginning here, here, and here. Okay, let me show you what you just showed me. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. I just did the wrong thing. Where am I? Yeah, I want to take a picture of your stuff because it's going to be easier for me than to think of it myself.
Mama, can I have some of your chocolate too?
3 pieces.
Where's it at?
In there. Ask
Where?
Peanut. Ask Peanut.
She ain't telling me.
Tell her that Mom said it was okay.
Okay, I'll
All right.
send you the musical part.
Hotel, motel. You let you know my place, right? You want, you can show
Yes.
anybody that.
Yes, I took a screenshot earlier.
Yeah, so anyway, so where was I with this? Where was I writing this out? Oh, on the backside. Okay, so what happened is I'm going to go by 4. No, 5. 5 is nice. 5. Tell me if anything makes sense to you. I'm going into the kitchen for a minute.
Okay.
What do you think? Just look at it. Think about it. I'm going to explain to you the string theory. I'm just giving me
Okay.
2 minutes. I'm going into the kitchen. I got to shut this door. I have flies that came.
So it kind of looks like some of these numbers look mirrored of each other.
So I'm going to try and explain it to you slowly because I'm sort of taking a break at the same time, but explaining it. So what happens here is 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 15 in the center. Do you see that?
Yes.
Remember I say everything starts over at 5 in the center? Well, it's not actually true. There's different ways to do it. As long as it's harmonious to the rest of the numbers, everything equates all the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm working a system that is honest to equate multiple equations by the same facet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so just give me a second. I'm trying to set up my thing not to move for this paper here. So here it's 3, 6, and 9. And I think I have, oh yeah. Okay, so here it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that 15, don't count it. 3 over to 27 is how much?
3 over to 27. Wouldn't that be 25?
3 plus 27.
Oh, 3 plus 27. That'd be 30.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. And don't worry, there's no wrong or right here. We're working together for the better good, right? But
Right.
I'm here only for one reason and one reason only, to share with you what I understand in the system that we live. That's the good, God, honest truth. You cannot change the numbers. You cannot change the Monopoly game from 50 years ago. I'm only working with ABC 1, 2, 3, the deck of cards, and everything that can't be denied. Then I show you the math. Can't be denied. I show you all the games, everything, whatever you want. You want to go back a million, a billion years? You can't deny my words. Why? Because it's the alphabet. M is million, it's 1,000. B is billion, it's a second letter, and everything is built off of B. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, because B is 2, it's the first time things double up. A is in the heart, no matter how you turn the one in the center, Aries is everywhere. But 2 is not. 2 is a crossover. Above is below. Remember the good Lord said it's above is below?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well on day of Genesis, on day 7, day 6, sorry, day 6. What happened on day 7?
God said, let there be rest.
Okay, so what you mean? Did God say, let it be to the rest of us?
No.
Oh, just rest. You sure he didn't say God stood? Like, why rest? Why not stand? Stand and rest. Or why not sleep? Because it's the word is an impartial word to where God is taking part and rests within. That within the word of rest is R-E-S-T. Because it's a 4-letter word, it shifts. It can be R-E-S or E-S-T, and the word can be switched around depending on its numerics. There's 4 letters equals to what is 108, 54, 54. R-E-S and T, the T is a negative letter. So take away 20 from R-E-S, which is 23, 42. It's a 62-letter word, rest. Let me just mark this down. Man, where can I mark it? Oh, okay. Rest is 4262, which equals to the Lord rests 4 by 5, 4 by 5 plus 4 by 5 again. So that'd be 8 by 5 plus 2. Well, guess what? Since you have the 8, you surpass the 4. You've now connected the entire cube. You've entered into the heaven's gate of He and joined the 2 worlds together in rest within one. You are the rest. The ST letter, okay? The ST letter, you know the ST. Well, it happens when you go into the Olympics and you are first, and it becomes the gold. And it is the A letter, which is the ace letter, that divides the house. The ace gets divided. It's 2 houses. You come between the 2 houses upon the cross, joining the 2 houses together. What's that?
Hold on. One of my kids just stepped outside.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to hold on a second. My thoughts on pregnancy? Oh, yeah, I got a big one. That on the 92nd day, right, you are living the truth within, because there's a double breath happening. The breath you take is continuing on into the breath the child is now taking after the first week of the 84th day of what is the 3rd moon. 1 week through the cycle of the channel, 7 days, coming to the 91st day. The 92nd day is April 1st, which is the first day of the 4th month. 1 and 4 is noted to be what is communication. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8 equals to 14, 1 and 4, and that is where the 7 gates divide. The communication rests within inside the hexagon, the hexahedron, which is also represented by the cat, the 9 lives of the cat, or what is known as the K9. If you ever look at the K and you drew it backwards, it would look like a star. So therefore, the K is showing you to one side. The K is the 11th letter, and if you run all the way around the numbers, you'll have 11, 11, 11, 11, 44, all connected at the heart of Leo. Even the K letter itself is a 1 and a V together, where instead of this time, the 1 coming next to the V, both of the ones climbed on top of each other, creating a higher side to the connection of what the V is, bringing the underworld and the upper world together by the oceans. That would be a V letter with a 1 underneath it if you take a look. What you're seeing over here in front of you is when I said 3 and 27, you're going to go 12 and 18. In fact, all the connections are 30, 30, 30, just like the 4 months of 30 days. But we have 30 days in the 11th month. It doesn't show. We have 30 days in September. It does show. Now, what is the number on the right? 5, 10, 15, 20. Do you have a question about that? I'll answer it for you. 5 is 5, 10 is 1, 6 is 15, 20 is 2, 25 is 7, 3 is 30. And once we get there, the cube is now on the other side. And once it's on the other side, it's no longer on the front side. So if you add up everything, right, 25 plus 5 is 30, 5 plus 25 is 30, 10 and 20 is 30, or 10 and 30 is 40. 15 and 25 is 40, or crisscross 15 and 20 is 35, 5 and 30 is 35, and that's the heart of the cube. The uncalculable in this planet that many will probably miss and look for a big math equation is when 35 meets 30 for 65 and 45 meets 20 is the same thing as 30 meeting 5. So now people will get confused. So let's look at this a little different, right? Where 5 and 3 come together is 8, where 6 and 2 come together is 8, where 1 and 7 come together is 8, to where 3 and 8 come together is 11, and 2 and 9 come together is 11, where 7 and 4 come together is 11, and now we're going to hook up our constellations. This is where the fifth letter comes in. The fifth letter you're talking about comes in right here. This is where it steps in. Are you still with me, Rainchild?
Kind of. You're a little fast, so.
Oh, well, I didn't mean that. What I meant is when I talk, and if you don't understand, the best thing to say is you're a little fast. And if you saw something you wanted me to back up, oh, don't hesitate. Let me know. I'm on break. Right? What's that?
So looking at your little drawing here in the bottom corner with the 12, the 15, the 21, and 30, it kind of looks like the 15 and 30 are a mirror of each other, where the 12 and the 21 are kind of a mirror of each other. Am I getting that?
I made
right?
a mistake. Sorry. Let me correct that. Hold on. Wow. Sorry. Pooey on me, eh?
But it kind of looked from the way that it was drawn that it was kind of like almost a repeating pattern, that if you would have continued with the numbers, the pattern would have repeated.
And there's your repeating pattern.
Okay.
So yes. So what happens in this one here, it repeats on 10. In this one here, it repeated on 410, 410. So even on April 1st, which is the 91st day, 7 by 13, 91. So this is where the communication comes with inside the house of Aries. The 84th day is somewhere around the beginning of Aries, not right at the beginning. Remember, father and mother had to meet to plant the seed for the seed to sprout. 1 and 2 has to come together to create 3. The question is, are we starting before the gate or after the gate? Because the only time you can get after the gate is when you can get the 6 to the other side. I spoke about reassociating the alphabet. Well, the alphabet A1, forget about that. It's A6 and Z31.
Okay.
That's the 360-degree alphabet. Now, how it aligns, I don't know yet. I do know how it aligns in the alphabet. It's simple. Don't count A, B, C, D, E, and don't count 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Now, check this out. That when I do this, when I don't count A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't count what is 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5 to what is 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 to what is whoa. A, B, C, D. Whoop, I should have put E. Hold on a second. I'm going to put E. Hold on a second. I'm going to put E. Whoop. So check this out. So what it is 1 and 5 is 6, 2 and 4 is 6, separated by 3. 63 is the male phallus to connect, right? When you reverse it, right, what is 36 is 9, what is 35 is 8, what is 34 is 7, what is 33 is 6, what is 32. So we went 5 through 9, fire, 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 where we had the air wave and the air sign deadly in between. D and D lying in between. Where we have 68 and 68, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 for 6 and 8, dividing of the seventh gate. To where 1.5 and 2, to what begins dividing the gate between 3 and 4, times 2, 3 and 4, we begin that division. We end up here. Now, when we get deeper into games, there's going to be a lot more. And this is what happens. So when we reduce this, 9, 17, 24, 35 is the heart of the cube. And at the heart of the cube is 6, 6, 12, 15. So what did I get? 15, and what was the other number? 15 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 35. Right. Okay, I know that. And then on this side, my true number is 68 and 68 is 136. And 34 is 170. Right. I know that one also. That's your reverse alphabet creation of A, B, C, D, 10. The 30, oh my God, there's so many things going on. First of all, the average is a 1.7. The 17th, the 170th zodiac sign. Let me see this, what this is. The 180th zodiac sign. What the 170th zodiac sign? So it's 48 and 48 and 48. I'm just doing this for the fun. I mean, it looks like Scorpio with Aries and Libra inside of it, but the 1 and 7, right? The 1 and 7 are the beginning of first chapters of zodiac signs. The Libra and Aries are enemy signs. That's number 1. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8. And I know I lost you before, and I'm continuing on. I got to stop. I have to explain this. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8. 8 and 1 is 9. I need 2 and 7 to equal to 9. There are no other numbers. Okay, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all double up on the cube. You have 6 and 3 over here. You have 3 and 6. Every side was 9. I know I lost you because maybe I'm getting tired. I should just come back later. I'm just, or I need a half an hour break or something. Every side of this, right? This whole cube is this. This is the cube. It's 9 on every side, just like you did. The total is 45. When you divide it by 9, it equals to 5. That means E and I work inside of each other. Your numbers you did, I'd like you to put them up, not now. I'm coming back in an hour. I need a break. I need to eat dinner or something. I didn't eat today, so I think I'm drained. So what you did is really, really, really nice. I like it. I really like it. I didn't finish off showing you. This one has an area space. This is a window. When I put this one over this one, I can't. This singularity in the center will be here, 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 or here. This is Earth, the hexahedron. Isaac equals to 33. Abraham equals to 44. It's a 2 by 2 area space. It's a 3 by 3 area space. You have one on a dice, you're missing 8. You have 6 on a dice, you're missing 3. 8 and 3 is 11. That's your first master number. 8 and 3 is 11 is your first master number. Okay? You go to 6, you're missing 3. You go to 1, you're missing 8, 11. You're at 5. 5 and 4 is 9. 2 and 7 is 9. 2 and 7 is 9. 7 and 4 is 11. 4 and 5 is 9. 6 and 3 is 9. 5 and 6 is 11. Here's the master.
So you can find all the master numbers just by a key.
Yes. But there's more to this. There's more. There's other places to find them. Did you know black and yellow are both $29.92? One of the reasons I mentioned is I showed you this one piece before outside. It was all scribbly, but I'm going to show it again. And then on my break, I'm going to rewrite everything. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Okay, well, okay. This is something that you just did in your picture.
Yes.
This crosses. So what this does is I can hold it any way I want. So this way, it's 2729.
Yes.
Actually, I'll do it this way for the calculator. 2729 911. 8183 911. 6761 713. 949. Ozzy, it's on the computer. It's okay. It's not a real dog. It's 440 dog. It's 440 dog. It's 440 dog. You ever hear the 432 vibration?
Yes.
Okay, well, do you know that the 55 and 54 creates that? The 54 equates and the 55 equates, and that within each other. Check this out. $54 divided by 55. 1818181818. That's all 9s in Venus. When you do it the other way, it's 1018585. When I added them together, well, I think I messed up, but anyways, so this, no, hold on a second. So that thing that you did before is here. So when I'm showing you this the same time, this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get it. Oh no, it's not that. That's not the one. Hold on. No, that's not the one. Okay, I'm going to create it now. Where is it? Where's the, hold on a second. Okay, let me do it this way. Oh, wait, not this book. You see
Okay.
that?
I see the X. And
So
then
you know what
one
the X
okay.
connects to?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I should set up that camera with where is it? Okay, it's here. So let me see if I can do this better. Maybe it'll be easier. Now I'm going to raise it off the ground. Okay, and put
Okay.
draw. It says remove background. I don't have a background on. Why is it seeing my background? I want to just see. That's why I can't upload anything. Why does my TikTok keep saying I have a background up when I don't? How do I find it? Okay, so I remove it. Okay. So this is what's happening. So, oh no, it's this. Let me see if I can just. Okay. So, okay. Yes. So my connection. Whoop. My connection is. Hold on. So my connection is this. Whoop. That's the connection, right? Now,
So the 7, the 8, and the 1 and the 2.
Again, why is it not coming out the proper color now? The 7 and the 2 and the 8 and the 1 and the 3 and the 6 are all 9s. And it crosses at the 4.5 area space. Right? Now, when you look at this, doesn't it look like X1, like in 9/11? But don't you see the way the 6 ends at the heart of the lower house?
Okay.
So you have what is 15 above and 3 below, 5 times the difference in this equation. I just want to just rip this out. I just want to make sure I get my pages ripped out that I can rewrite. Yeah, so what you see in here is number 1 is the angle. Okay. Number 1 is the angle. Number 2 is they're all 9s. And the other thing is it shows a Roman numeral like in 9/11. Now, if you want to do something different now what about this? Do you see that?
Okay.
11, 11, 11. Don't you find that amazing?
That is amazing.
I mean, how perfect is the world that we live? That's what I'm saying. It's way too perfect. It's just too freaking perfect. I'm just cleaning this chair. There's crumbs. Well, no one ever cleans this, eh? Okay, yeah. So I wish I can show you it a little bit better, and I will show you it better. So quit this game. Do this. Then I got to take my camera and take a break. So here's what it is basically. Did I prepare for this before? Yeah, I did. Here. I prepared it here. Okay. So we have 3 and 8, and we have 2 and 9. Wow, where's my color pencils? I'm so always out of order. I hate it. Okay, so where are we here? So we have.
Oh, my kids laugh at me because when I take notes, I have everything spread out around me.
I got everything everywhere. My sister's gone. I'm taking care of the house. I'm very happy to have the big table to work on. I get to put all the games up, right? So here's the 11, right? 9, 11, 11, 11, 44. But the 11 is on this side in the cardinal house. This is between the fixed and the mutable. Where the 9, right? The connection of the 9, look at that. Look at that. These are all your divisions of 7 that create the 9, but not the 11. Only when the 13 comes in does the 11 get ignited. And there's a whole situation with the 13. I can explain it to you. I'm not doing it now. I need a break. I think I'm going to take an hour. I can't function.
Oh, you're good.
The thing is, it's just, we live in a utopia. I'm telling you, we have to get this out there. I don't know how I can share it even more. I mean, first of all, it's a game. I just want to put this into a game. So I have to keep forgetting about what's outside in the world. I got kicked off at like 5 shows this week. You know that?
I think the hardest thing in my perspective that I find whenever I'm listening to you is that I don't always understand how you're finding all the connections. So like, even though you can see all these connections, I don't see the connections the way that you do. And I don't have the basic foundation that you do because I haven't spent 20 years doing this. So sometimes I get lost because like your foundation of it is so much more solid than mine that I'm trying to figure out where my missing pieces are.
Well, I'll fill you in. I want to fill in, if there's any pertinence for anybody, it's just a game, but I'll fill in everybody around the world, and it will cost you what? You want me to tell you what the cost is? And it's
Just
the
a
most,
moment of your time.
that's all, that's it. As long as I have a pen and paper, this is what I'm going to do, because I mean, at the beginning, like it was one thing, but now 20 years later, I'm going like, this is like way too coincidental. I mean, I just see us as Tron right now. I jumped out of an airplane a couple of years ago. I went skydiving, and after that, I convinced myself to understand that when you drive a car and the snow creeps up on the back and all the vortexes that happen, that they're actually happening because in between here and here is actually not void. It's just I can't see it. But when I look up into the sun, I can see it. I can see I sky gaze, and I'll tell you one thing, it's the most amazing thing. And one of the biggest elements is the front nine and the back nine. Have you ever golfed yet? Oh, never
I
mind.
did mini golf once.
Look the way six connects. 666 24 connect to 25, right? 2467 777 28 connects to 129. I mean, everything is going to do something.
Right.
Yes. So, what was I saying?
I know we've been saying a lot.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I'm looking to raise funds for myself. I'm looking to sell this.
Wow.
You know what that is? That is a signed letter from, whoop, not this. That's a signed letter from nobody. This is a signed letter from the Detroit head office from May 12th, 1978, from Ted Lindsay.
That is awesome. I'm sure somebody out there is going to want that.
And this is because I've been working on statistics since I've been about 12 years old or 11. I've been working with statistics all my life. I just found the numbers intrigued me.
That's pretty.
See, forget about singularity, okay? And trinity is the flux capacitor. Have you ever seen my design of the clubs?
I don't think so.
See, hold on a second. And it's crazy because the word club, the word house is 3868, which is 114. You know what the thing is about 138? Oh no, is it 38? 38, 68, 116. It was 6638, like the passing of the club, the passing between the three areas equals to 114, and that's part of the Quran. Oh, I think it's, I forget what I went to look for. Do you know what I went to look for? But anyways, I came back with this. See the way the little cube is stuck in there, like our little tower?
Yeah.
So whatever we can design, they can do. Have you ever seen this?
Yeah, I seen that on your last live.
Okay, so
2 days
when you
ago.
did your letters before, right? When you did your letters before and I said you need to know where the division is, I can't divide on this one. I can go to the left side or the right side and crisscross over, but it has to be a heart side. You follow? That's the heart. So I have
Okay.
to the all around there are going to be 4 dots to encompass it. I have to choose a dot. I can't just guess. Or you create an X in the center and start from there. That makes it fine. So
Okay.
that's what makes it one. That's what makes it 1 1/4 times the difference is because this area has to be split up besides all these. Your window of Mars is right here when these 4 games come together, and now you run the train tracks. These are the train tracks of Mars, of Earth, Mars rover. Right here's go, visiting jail, free parking, go to jail, train on the Monopoly board.
Oh, okay.
So when you run this, it's all the trains you encompassed over here. Now I can call this go. We can call this go. We can call this anything. I don't know which way you put the board. Unless I put one of the boards would go here. One of the boards would go here. One of the goes would go here. One of the goes here.
Okay.
So do you see what's happening when I did that?
Yes. So
Now
you
let-
switched the go position in each square slightly to where each square had a different go position.
Perfect, because I'd said it all wrong and you understood. I'm gonna have to redo that. I have to re-say that. Okay, whoop. Let me drop this. It keeps asking me to remove my background. So, wow, let me do this. So here is this. Wow, I keep. Okay, so here's go,
Mm-hmm.
and here's go, and here's go on this one, and then here's go. Wait a second, no, they're go on all of them. They're all goes. They're either all goes or they're all jail. One of the two. Or they can be all different. We can do anything we want.
Okay,
On this
so
one.
depending on what thought process you're going through with the equation, depends on where you would place the go or the gel or anything like that.
Right, but also you see this little heart area over here?
Yes.
Imagine if these were all cutouts and implanted into the game as ocean space. Or imagine if we never move from this area over here and just the seasons move and everybody moves into the season.
That
You know
would
what I'm
make sense.
saying? I don't know exactly what it is, but I can do like this and then that. Oh, I have to see how I can control this. Hold on. It's down. Hold on. Down here, and then, wow, my table's not big enough, but let's try this again. We go here, and then we move to this season, and then guess what? As we move to this season, you know what I have to do to get to the next season? I have to come closer.
Which is interesting if you honestly think about it, because as you're moving seasons, you're stationary, but the seasons are moving in different directions towards you or away from you, depending on what the season is and the perspective of the season.
But look how close I got, how close the sun is, how small it is. And then as I move it away, oh no, I have to stay close in order to move off the seasons.
Which would, if you think about it, I believe during the summer months and the spring months, the sun is moving closer, and during fall and winter, the sun is moving further away.
So this is what happens when I move further away. And then I move over this way, and then I have to go this way, and then I have to go this way, and then I have to go back, and then I go over, and then I go forward, and then I go over. But instead of going over, what if I did this? I went directly to jail, and I just keep going this from jail. What if I just went from jail back to the summer? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's so much, you know, there's so many designs. Or how about this? You know what this is? Let me just take that off, and then we're going to end it. I'm going to come back later. I have to eat. So what this is here is, instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I went 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so what'd you do with the 9 then?
And 9. And then I started 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But instead of doing that, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I look to see where my numbers repeat and start over again. And they start over again on 37.
So why do they repeat on 37?
And they also, when I count by threes, they also repeat on 37. 4 by 9, 36. 12 by 3, 36. 9 and 12, happy birthday. 9 by 4, 36. 12 by 3, 36. 3 and 4 corridor. 9 months for the birth, 12 for the day, for the birthday, 12 months. 3 and 4 come together. 9 and 12, 21. 1 and a quarter of what is 9 is 12, bringing Pisces and Sagittarius together. 9, 10, 11, 12 is what is 1 is 9, 1, 2, 3. The spirit coming into communication, Sagittarius, Pisces. And I'd have to explain that. Did you follow any of that?
The majority of it until you started going towards the end of that.
Okay, so Sagittarius is the 9th month, is the 9th zodiac sign.
Okay.
9 times 4, 360 degrees. 12 times 3, 360 degrees.
Okay.
So when I counted, okay, so what it is when I count by fours, right, I only can connect by threes. I'll take these 3, and then the 4, 5, 6, 3, and the 7, 8, 9, 3, and the 1, 2, 3, 3. And then the 4, 5, 6, 3, meaning I'm only going to assemble 3. And by the time I get to the end, okay, I end up, the only time that I come back to the beginning is when I reach 36. And the same thing happens with 3. And 3 and 4 on a cube run the same corridor. Also 3 and 4 are Mars and Earth. When you look at your computer, the 4 for Mars is going to be the dollar sign, 4 quarters. It also shows the cents for 99 cents. Dollars is 3 numbers, cents is 2 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So all these things dictate to me how to run everything. We talked about Genesis earlier, right?
Yes.
The Genesis earlier, okay, is on day 6, right, was land, animal, and man. Well, in the word land is and in the word and is DNA or NDA, like non-disclosure agreement. When you say land, the L letter is also noted since it's the first letter. It's going to abbreviate for dividing up of everything for the same reason that I is always a capital letter. So being that L is there, L is a representative of angle. Angle is for soul. Soul is for the animal of the house. So therefore, when connecting the DNA, you connected the soul of the house before, and that is association with the breath. And then you come into the life. And this is the day of Genesis on day 6. The Lord rests inside of you, defragmented and fragmented, put back together through your IP address. And it's associated with your breath, heart and lungs association, if you want.
Wow.
In 1984, I worked on a pig farm. My father and grandfather had pigs and chickens. And I'll tell you one thing, how we got pushed around by them. It's incredible. Until 1984, it was huge. I was going to the auction sales, buying the piglets, right, and bringing them back, not knowing, right, that the pharmaceuticals were doing the same things. When they did their testing, they throw them back into the market. But they didn't suggest to us right away what to buy, not what to buy, and what not to buy, right? Now, this is in Embrun. It's near Ottawa. and they let anything pass. They even let anything pass, even though there were there's supposed to be veterinaries. Apparently, at this place there was not, because they were all immune deficient. Anyways, in 1984, we had immune deficient disorder, which ended up to turn out to be what was Haemophilus, also known as influenza COVID association back in 1984. And I don't even like to say that on this thing, but that's what it was back in 1984. And when it happened back in 2020, I already knew what was happening. And by the way, this dice cube has 5 sides. You see the empty voided space here? That equals 40. The empty voided space here, it equals 30. Every empty space, or every space you see, is valued at 5. If every side is 9, it equals to 45. Therefore, when you have only the edges, only the edge where my finger is a value of 10, 5 on each side. So only count the face is 20. There are 5 faces of 20 and 1 face of 10 equaling to 110. We have 2 cubes here, 110, 110. Call it the towers. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. All the towers had a great fall. 220 plug-in. You have a 220 440 plug-in, equivalent to what is 432, and that equation that I showed you before. Remember I showed you the upper house and the lower house was 7 and 13? You remember that? 7 and 13? Yes. Check this out. 6 and 1 is 7. Let me write it down. 1 and 6 equals 7. 2 and 5 equals 3 and 4 equals 7 and 6 equals 8 and 5 equals 9 and 4 equals 1 plus 6 minus 6, 7 and 5. 2 plus 5 minus 2, 7 and 3. 3 plus 4 minus 3. 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4, 13. Minus 4, 5. 1 plus 6, 7. Plus 5. 6 minus 1, 5. 9 minus 4, 5. They equate the same, but one is 13, the other is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. 8 and 5 is 13. They're the same. When you minus them, they're both 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. When you minus it, it's 1. 7 minus 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, and 6 join the 2 between 7 and 13. When you minus it, it says ACE, sun, ACE, equating to the sun is split. 13.5 is the heart of the alphabet, and 3.5 is the heart of the association between jumping between the 3rd and 4th area space, walking the plank. Orange, ball and pull, is 13.5 as well. 18 total is half of 360, or the letter R. And the letter R and the letter QRS, the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th letter, all have an association to what is 10-7, 10-8, 10-9, representing Mars, the moon, and the sun in 54, 57, and 51. Yeah, I'm babbling on. I'm not letting anybody catch up. 3 by 17, 3 by 18, 3 by 19, 17, 18, 19, 10, A, B, C, D, A, I, B, H, C, G, D, F.
Do you need the bathroom?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
What is 10? The first association to 10 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. When you expand, passing the E section onto the second half into the next world, crossing the Nile of 5, you will now connect 9 to 1. 9 is like 1. Instead of having the 9 here, I can put a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 above, 1, 2, 3, 4 below. The numbers are because it's a schematic, and we have to read and calculate at the same time. So when you connect 9 and 1, the upper realm to the lower realm, 8 and 2, 7 and 3, 6 and 4, and these are all those numbers connecting your A, B, C, D. The difference between the two is the A, B, C, D is a 2.5 and everything else is a 5 until you move into the next area. 5 and 2.5. When you play darts, it's 50 and then it's 25, right? This is an association of Capricorn coming together. May you rest in pieces when you go down 6. You ever think of it? You go down 6 feet and you end up with 6 feet? That's 30. That's 30 toes. If I have 30 toes, I got 30 fingers. Now I got a total of 30 toes and 30 fingers. And in the next video, hopefully I'll count all the bones. So we'll see where else this fishnet takes us. Thank you for being here. I can't go any
You are
further.
so welcome.
And if whatever you can do, spread it out there, whatever it is, just knowing the numbers. Again, back to Genesis, back to day 6. It ends on day 6. Everything is ending. 6 times 1 and 1, 6 equals to what is 7. 12 times 1 and 1, 12 equals to 13. We are the 7th day. But 13 is actually more 6 times. We are 6 times, hold on, we are 6 times 1 and 6 times 1. How do I get that broken up? I think it's 1/8, 1/8 or 3, 1/8 and a half. I can't figure out what it is. I got to take a break.
All right. I'll see you later.
Okay.